It's pretty busy in there tonight. It's mostly out up north. Man, I got one station out of Canada. And somebody trying to get hold of somebody down under. I didn't hear that station.
Well, Kitty's gonna have to move over just a little bit. Give me some room here. Looks like Passamaquoddy might be our first contestant in the Price is Wrong.
The price is somewhat right. Somewhat right.
That slight headache for some reason.
And the winner gets a paper clip.
Well, I guess we'll be okay as long as you don't move further, between me and the laptop. We'll be, so it's over to the left of me. There we go. With this swirl around its nose.
Hey, you got that cat right next to that mouse.
Yes, waiting to attack it.
You gotta put some mouse ears on it. But it would
Hmm.
be a mouse.
It's like get that freaking light out of my eyes.
Hey, that cat just like he cat. He don't care for crap. As long as he's doing what he's doing,
He's pretty chill.
he don't care about nothing else.
Hey, good evening, Verna. Great to have you in here. I hope all is well in the Philippines. Got a few announcements to make and future videos and things like that. And I'll just wait until a few more people shuffle in. Verna, are you live as well? I know this is probably morning time for you over there. Or are you just waking up, Verna? I'm not sure. Mm, it's a good coffee. Oh, I appreciate your support. I really do. I've been doing chores all week, trying to shuffle things around in my house, two-bedroom house, and I'm trying to make it so I could use the bedrooms again. 90% of the time, I sleep on the couch. Yeah, I know. But I'm a bachelor, so I can get by with things like that. Most of the cats are asleep, thankfully. Hi, Teresa. Always gardening and prepping. That is otherwise known as Mama Owl. Oh, hello. My goodness, Kitty. I appreciate you stopping in too.
Says, look at me. Pay attention to my butt. Cats. They're funny.
Always gardening and prepping. How are things over there? You guys doing okay? Let's see. Hope I don't cause echo feedback when I do this. Yeah, I did. There we go. All right. The sad thing about using StreamYard is you're not like you have to bring up a separate tab for YouTube. So if I want to make like changes in YouTube, I either need to be on my actual live channel page or I have to go into YouTube Studio and make people moderators or, you know, boot somebody out or whatever. Because evidently you can't do that from StreamYard. Um, that shit took care of it. Verna, type something into the chat if you don't mind. Let me see if you're moderator. And Randy, if you're able to. I don't know if I made you moderator or not.
Uh, I'm gonna type in some letters, random letters, to see if it high tag. I think
That's random. You said it would be random.
that's
Okay.
my,
Here's
my
here's uh,
I said it's my mental, my brain's uh, interpretation of the letters.
okay, so they got this little icon thing, emoticon thing, and it's like you have to wait for the chat to advance before you can click on those three dots because it I don't know. YouTube tries to shove too much stuff in, but they put it in the wrong places. Almost homesteading. Good evening.
No, they can't make it simple at all, can they?
I mean, it was fine when we didn't have that little. It's a quick emoji thing, so it covers the chat first line of chat. Somebody could say something on there. You only see part of it. You have to wait for someone else to type something so that the chat will advance, and then you can, which makes it difficult to moderate because you can't. You have to wait for someone else to respond.
God, what was that?
Huh?
Like your volume just like well, it just went woo
Oh,
when he's talking.
did it get loud?
Yeah, it was like wow.
Is it too loud?
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Pastor McQuaddy says, so all those that called preppers crazy are now panic buying rice because India put a ban on importing rice.
Boy, you watch that stuff go up in the stores, won't you?
Yep,
I like rice every once in a while, but
I do too. I tried to grow it and I did something wrong. That didn't work out. So I'm going to try it again, but I'll try it back. I'll try it next spring and I'm going to try a different way of growing it. Good evening, Tennessee Bushcrafter. And we're getting quite a few people in here, so I can make a few announcements, a few shout outs. Um, I think next Sunday, provided I don't have any weird surprises. You know what? Almost homesteading is supposed to be fairly easy to grow rice, but something didn't quite go right with the seeds, so I'm going to try a different route. I'm not sure. Really, right now would be the best time to do it because rice loves heat. I might just go ahead and give it another try here in a day or so. Tennessee Bushcrafter, howdy. Uh, Trying different ways to spell my name. Well, you call me whatever you want to. Just don't call me late for supper. Well, I'm the only one that cooks here, so I'm, I have to call. Yeah, I would have to call myself late for supper, wouldn't I? I'm thinking next weekend, Sunday, I may do a 24-hour live. I kind
Oh
of need
my
to watch
God.
hours. Huh?
Oh my God. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
I'll put myself through some misery there, won't I?
You're gonna run out of things to do in between that. Be after be
I've been watching somebody's channel. I'm not going to mention her name, but and I'm not saying this to make fun of her or anything, but she's been live like every hour of the day. Not like she's taking breaks and sleeping, but she's getting back up and she's live again. I'm like, girl, do you ever? I mean, do you ever have anything else to do? She's
oh,
awesome. I just thought, man, she's live again. But it's nobody that's in the chat, so I don't want anyone to take offense. I don't want to name the channel name or anything, but because I don't want anyone to think I was talking bad about her. So I'm not. She's something else now. She's a little firecracker, but yeah, I thought about doing a 24-hour. Might even start doing uh, depending on what happens throughout the week. Might try to do lives. Do a live in the middle of the day somewhere around like afternoon, and then have the regular live on Sunday night at 11. Um, because I know there's some people, especially in our little community, that they're tired. They don't want to stay up until 11 o'clock, 12, 1 o'clock on a live, and they got stuff to do, and I understand that. Hugo Homestead, good evening. Trying to crank up the watch hours. So there's that. Um, More videos coming out over the garden. Um, I want to shout out Old Ways Gardening and Prepping, and also Homestead Aquarius. Let me see if I can pull this link out of my hat. Nothing up my sleeves. Well, I think my batteries died right in the middle of my life. Yeah, nice.
oh
Oh, no,
no.
there it goes. Usually the little green light will flash if it's dying, but I don't think it is. Yeah, Hugo, if you don't mind running my playlist, that would be awesome. Um, I'm not sure where I stand right now. I'll look it up here just a little bit. But let me go ahead and pull up something here so I don't get it all backwards and confused and things like that. Okay. Now we got the skinny on the story. Okay. Folks, if you can sometime, yeah, I'll run yours as well, Hugo. Sure will. This is a link I'm going to post here. It's the Old Ways Summer of Giving Cook Off, and this is going to take you to Homestead Aquarius' channel, and he'll fill you in on that video right there about the Old Ways Summer of Cooking or Summer of Giving Cook Off, and that's to help our good friend Mama Owl at the Old Ways Gardening and Prepping. I'd really appreciate, folks, if you could pass this link around and let others know what's going on so that they can get involved as well. And just another fun way to help our community out. We've got some people who are in dire need of help right now, and really appreciate it if you guys could help Mama Owl out and Junior at Old Ways Gardening and Prepping. That would be great. We got an awesome community. You're welcome. You're welcome. And Teresa, if you don't mind, check your email. You might find something in there that you may have overlooked today. I'm not going to say what it is. But what you been up to today, Randy?
No, nothing much. Eating some stuff out of my garden today.
Well, I tell you what, it's truly blessed with those potatoes and tomatoes you guys grew. That was
Oh, that's what I ate. Some potatoes with my green beans. Uh, the crock pot, dude.
yeah, nothing better than a crock pot meal. I'm gonna have to get me another one.
They were good. I mean, I like big green beans pretty good, but it keeps the wolves away. But uh,
Well, I mean, folks,
these,
let me
these
just give you all a sample.
oh yeah,
These are big boys, right?
big German. No, they're German.
German? Oh, okay. Now I've cut this one in half. I had a tomato and what else was on it? Damn it!
That comes from my brother's end of the garden. He
Yeah,
had them big German tomatoes. All I had was them big boys. And
I'll tell you what.
he got
These are,
so many tomatoes on there, man, that he told me to just get in there and pick them out because they're going to go bad. Can't do nothing with them. There's so many of them.
well, I'll tell you what. That made a hell of a tomato sandwich right there.
Oh God, yeah.
I almost went for seconds, and I thought, well, let's not push heartburn.
Next year I'm gonna grow me some Germans along with some big boys. My big boys didn't do too well this year. They 3 or 4 per plant, and that's about it.
Yeah, yeah. My monster tomatoes on the hold right now. I don't know if it's the heat or what its problem is. It produced 5 or 6 tomatoes and then just said, "Okay, I'm taking a break."
Well, I didn't fertilize them like I should had, which could have, or could not have had anything to do with it, but it probably would have helped it more. But I think it's just where I was used to the last year of having those big bushy tomato plants that had gobs of tomatoes on them.
Hmm.
Which the big boys, they just straight up, and they might. But anyway, we been blessed with it. I ain't gonna complain. Could not had no garden.
Yeah, I mean, I got stuff growing, but I was really holding a whole lot of hope out for
But them
tomatoes
potatoes,
that I grew. Huh?
them potatoes surprised me. One thing, golly, big red ones.
Yeah, they're monsters.
Golly.
Hugo Homestead. I have two young ladies I mentor from inner city Cincinnati. They've been sleeping in my room in a trundle bed. Finally moved out to their own room. That is awesome. And I don't know if you knew it or not, um, Hugo, but I used to live in the Cincinnati area for a while. Then I moved to Harrison, Ohio. Then I moved to Milford, Ohio. Then I moved to Kentucky. You gonna mess with me? Boy, I tell you what.
But there ain't nothing no better than eating crap that you got in your garden, man. You know, you get it, you pick it off and everything, and eat it. It tastes so much better.
I mean, folks,
Yeah, that's one of them. The
Kentucky
green.
Goblin could have added a whole lot of weight to Wilson's Misfits if he had been in the gardening challenge that we're in. I mean, look at that monster. They were all like that. They were all big monster red potatoes.
They surprised me pretty well.
I mean, I went over to his house the other day and got tomatoes and potatoes from him. And as soon as I got home, that's what I did. I fried up tomato and green tomato. I mean, a potato and green tomato, and I went to town on it.
Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. We eat potatoes a lot, but not as much, to get rid of them all. And I'm gonna give a couple more people some more. So, and then maybe put the rest back, and that's just what about 3/4 of the row, and I still got a quarter of a row left, and then I got a whole row. God, I'm gonna have potatoes running down my yang yang, and they're not very long rows either. But
If you keep the dirt on them, if you have like a cool, dry place to put them,
mhm.
keep the dirt on them, they'll keep like through the winter.
Yeah,
You could eat on them if you had like nothing else to go on. You go
oh yeah.
back into that dark, cool place and get some potatoes. I guarantee it'll still be good.
Now you can also use straw. You can line a straw and then put straw on top of it, and then some more, and a straw on top of that, and then put it in a barrel or something like that, real dark. It'll keep for a while. Of course, I don't have a big, giant basement
Yeah.
to store all that in, which would be nice. But
Hey, Larks. Thanks for coming in, Larks. Hugo, that's awesome. I'm glad you were able to help some people out and get them on their feet again. That's a big plus these days.
yeah, everybody needs help. Some more than others. Some you can't help, but that's the way that goes.
Homestead Aquarius. Hello, Robert. We shouted your video out as well as Old Ways Gardening and Prepping. Where'd you go, Mama Al? Are you still with us?
When you do your 24-hour live, you're gonna have to. Before then, you're going to sit down and write what you're going to do within 24 hours. You're going to have to. You'll be just staring at the screen for about 10 hours. You'll be staring at the screen going.
I might just tape a camera to one of the cats and tie him
Yeah,
up the screen.
put a GoPro camera, strap it on one of the cats, and let him run around
Right.
outside.
My luck, the turd would just sleep all day.
Yeah. It's just,
They'll be sleeping on the camera. It'd just be black all the time and purring sound.
yeah.
Hey, you're welcome, Homestead Aquarius. I really appreciate. I really I like doing things like that, helping people out, especially the ones that deserve it. Okay, okay, Mom. Make sure that you check your email, what have you. Don't let that slip by. Um, yeah. So, Hugo, were you part of what? Were you helping out with some sort of a rehab organization, or was it you working on your own? Either way, that's cool. Yeah, can you imagine? I mean, this definitely cannot be strapped to a cat, but I mean,
You could, but
it's small once you take it out of the case.
I had one time. It was well, I still got it somewhere, but just about that tall and square. Yeah, that's gonna really work. Yeah, that's gonna. Yeah,
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. Go back to sleep. I was like, what the hell's wrong with you, human?
could just
This
take
is
the camera.
this camera's only, huh?
Could just take the camera out there and just set it in your garden. Just let focus it on a plant and just walk away from it
Yeah,
for 24 hours.
put it on a sunflower.
Yeah,
The sunflowers, dude, my sunflower's almost as tall as my house now, and it still doesn't have a flower.
it'd be my luck if I'd done something like that. That I'd have a camera sitting out there, and some dog or something would come by in front of it and just start doing its business right there in front of the camera.
Like I said,
And that
yeah,
would be my luck,
kick his leg up.
like, oh my God, people don't see that. Like, you could have the title and disclaimer saying, expect anything, anything. That way you covered, it's
Absolutely.
24 hours, dude. It would be interesting. It would. It'd be really interesting. We could figure out something to do. And I mean, between two of us or whatever, you could figure out something to keep it going. Maybe play a couple games online, guessing games or what have you, or something. Or
Or I spy. But they can only see the things that are behind in view of the camera. So
yeah,
I spy is going to be kind of a hard game to play.
the loser gets booted.
Yeah.
The losers get booted. Won't be nobody there. It'll be a line. No, that wouldn't work. You're trying to get
Yeah, they
people.
might get offended and not come back.
You're trying to gain people, not lose them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've thought about it a couple of times. Well, what could a person? I've seen people do it before, but golly,
Yeah, I've seen people, like I said, that one woman, she'd been on for the past couple, like 2 or 3 days, and I was like, I just started checking her channel out, but she wouldn't. She wasn't like live for 36 hours. What she did, she was up half the night and then went to sleep, and then I guess sometime during the day, like sometime late morning, she went live again.
Oh yeah.
But it kind of gave the illusion that she was still online for like 36 hours, and I'm like, good lord, girl, she just drinking a beer or two. I'm pretty sure that wouldn't keep her up all night.
Uh, well, if certain individuals were still around, we could film them, but and their antics. We could play a game called Spot the Meth Head. If you spot a meth head,
I'm
write
so
in
glad.
write in chat.
So glad he's gone.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
So, Huga, I've not been to Cincinnati in like 30 years. Have things just gotten that bad in the city there? Hey, Guardian Warrior Q, good evening to you. Well, that that's cool, Mama Al, but yeah, it to me, it's not about being the first one. It's just it's about the fact that you know I'm not gonna toot my own horn. I was just more than happy to help. I'll put it that way. Yeah, I might even cook. Heck, let y'all watch me cook my meals too.
Could everybody could just watch you eat a sandwich or something. Here I am. I'm
Um,
gonna eat this sandwich.
Lynn Street. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Huga. Yeah. I spent I think 5 years around the Cincinnati area, and of course, anything I had to do that had to do with like government or you know trying to go get benefits or something like that, or I'd take care of my Social Security or my SSI. Always had to go to Cincinnati, and I must have gone probably the wrong way, and I was stuck on one street, and right there downtown Cincinnati, and I hear at my window, turn around, there's this homeless person, and even well, I think my parents have always taught me, was despite you're welcome. You're welcome, Mama. Yeah, we love you too, hon. Um, you try to help people out, and so I mean, at the time, I didn't have a lot. I was just working I was flipping burgers at Wendy's. At the same time, I was trying to keep the muscular dystrophy under control, and at the time, I didn't know that that's what I actually had because I was misdiagnosed years ago. So I'm in my 20s and I'm flipping burgers. So that was my income, mine and my wife's. So we're down there trying to take care of some stuff because I was in the process of getting my SSI. I was turned down twice. So the third time I had to get an attorney. And, the person looked like they were on their last dime. And for all I know, they probably went and spent it on dope, but I pray they didn't. But You can tell when somebody says thank you that they're genuine. You can tell between genuine thank you and a thank you like thank you, dumbass, but you just paid for my next hit. So I don't think I threw my money away, and I didn't have a lot to give them. And I told them that I said, dude, I just flipped burgers at a Wendy's, but I mean, I can help you with, and I gave them $5. And back then, you know, 90s, around the 90s, that was, I guess, even $5 would have been nice, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, back then, gas, if you remember, back in the 90s, 80s, and 90s, gas was like 99 cents a gallon.
Yeah, about
Some
somewhere like
places, 89. But, Lord, you got to be careful these days.
yeah. It's just like for anymore. It's just like feeding a stray dog. You feed him one time, and here he comes back again.
Right? Yeah. But I'm just using that as an example. And
Yeah.
I don't know who just
Mm-hmm.
said that they were helping people
Oh,
out.
don't
And
get me wrong. Ain't nothing wrong. Ain't a thing wrong with it. I mean, I'll do it. I've done it, and still do it. But
not to put a dark light on, or maybe cast a shadow on things, but because always try to be upbeat, and I want to keep everybody in chat, or our viewers who are watching. I don't want them to be brought down either. But it's going to come to a point where there's going to be more homeless, or more people who are barely scraping by, because things are getting so freaking out of hand as far as cost of living, and
yeah,
it's pitiful. It really,
that's true.
this whole our country is in a crisis right now.
Pretty much.
And of course, we have this war going on over there, and eventually we're going to get sucked into it, and that's going to screw things even worse. But people who were never homeless will probably be very close to that. Kind of hard to wrap your head around that. Here it is, 2023, and it's like you see people who had it made and were getting by really well. They're down to the point where they're like, well, I could just let this bill go for another week so we can eat tonight. Hoovervilles. Explain yourself. Almost homesteading. Hooverville. Yeah, see, Hugo, that having the girls out here, and I could teach them life skills if we talk about stuff. A mentor, you know, you can mentor people in so many different ways, and you know what is a good friend? Well, they're a mentor, whether they're older or not, or if you're even the same age. Or to me, a mentor is so many things, and I think one of those things is a close friend that you can trust and rely on. Um, oh no, I'm sorry, Bushcrafter. Yeah, that's it. Didn't click. Wow, that would have been that would be something that wouldn't be taught in today's history, would it? You know, Hooverville was a town built for the people working on the Hoover Dam. Yeah,
Yeah, you might have to Google that. You might find something on it. Google it. Yeah, back during the Depression, there was a lot of shanty towns that went up out west and around in here too, around in Kentucky too. During the Depression, shanty towns.
There's still. I just started the wrong message. Well, I tell you what, this is one. I tried to star that link and chat jumped on me and it started the wrong one.
Yeah, these shanty towns. I've heard my grandparents talk about them a lot. Uh,
Well, there's a few lawless towns out still. The
well,
one that come,
they weren't necessarily shanty towns. It was like the WPA when it was going around back in the 30s. That my grandpa worked on that WPA. He'd be gone for weeks at a time. You know.
um, Slab City is a good example of what the homeless decided to do with the piece of land that the government just pretty much abandoned. But there's several trade offs of living in Slab City. One is lawless. Two, you are miles, and I mean miles, from any store. And, it's for the most part, it works. The community works. But you have to remember, I mean, if something really does go down, let's say you have some people that have you got people having an altercation between two people or whatever, and one gets shot, then, well, uh, you may or may not get justice. Their family may or may not get justice because there's no law out there to speak of.
One thing about today, which is totally different from what it was back during the Depression, there's no way that we can have any shanty towns today. Well, you
No.
couldn't fill them. You couldn't make enough of them to to put the people in. These people
Well,
are coming in here,
Appalachia. Always best way to say Appalachia, and just think I'll throw in Appalachia.
Appalachia.
There's so many different people try to push how to say it, so I say it like every other way. So I'm either going to hit on the right one or not.
Well, even those places had a small store, but
Yeah.
they robbed them blind. It was just like they beat the people out. Overcharged and everything. They just, but that was the only way they had to get their supplies was from them stores around them coal mines and places.
I know this idea had been thrown around several times in the past in passing, and honestly, I think it's a really good idea. Uh, if it could be pulled off, it would take quite a bit of orchestration to get it to work. But if you had people that you trusted, uh, starting your own little community, even if it's uh, even if it's on a 15 acres or more of land, if you all had the same mindset. Now that's the key. You all have to have the same mindset. You all have to be on the same page. And I'm not talking about starting your own town or starting your own country. I'm just saying, a community of people that work together. Some people want to joke and call it a commune, but um, I would go so far as Branch Davidian because that was just that they didn't work out very well for them people, did it? um, you don't want it to be in a cult. They sure don't want it to be in a cult.
No, I don't think that would work too well. To be a cult, like, yeah.
No, I don't think a cult's the way to go, but I think a group of like-minded
Yeah,
people.
I understand what you're saying.
I think that would work out in everybody's favor. Um, but you have to have certain rules, otherwise it's going to fall apart. You're going to have anarchy.
You got to have rules set in stone before you even
But
have
don't
anybody.
treat it. You don't treat it like you're the government and you're controlling all these people. You all have to be on the same page. You have town meetings and everything like that. You can't,
They're
otherwise it's going to fall apart.
they're responsible for each family is responsible for their own thing, but as far as the rules, there's going to be rules set aside for set that if you're going to be part of the community, you take care of your own family business, but when it comes to anything else, these are the rules that no stealing or anything like that. You'd have, like you said, you'd have to have it because you couldn't just let people come in there willy nilly. And you'd have to watch very carefully who you allow to come in.
Yeah, good evening to you, KP Heathen from Louisiana. Welcome to my little corner in Kentucky. Live from Hooterville. uh, that's what that's what Frosty calls it on the CB. He calls Houstonville Hooterville. well, I'll not get into what he's really meaning there, but anyway, Hooterville.
Hooterville.
I know some beaches that were Hooterville. Anyway. Kind of sounds like a Dr. Seuss book. Hooterville.
Hooterville. It would be a Dr. Seuss book. It'd be like the people lived in a town called Hooterville.
It's an adult Dr. Seuss book.
Green eyes and jam.
Yeah, exactly, Huga. Yeah. You also have to be willing to take charge of the land and if you have problems with somebody in the neighborhood, because obviously you're going to have people around you somewhere. It's getting pretty hard. You don't want to put anything too far away from people, and on the same token, you don't want to be right up against them. Having a neighbor that's looking right over your fence and wondering why do you have all these people, all these houses spread out. some people don't understand, and I'm sure it would be.
And if it was me, I'd tell him it's none of his business. But yeah, I understand what you're saying.
I would, I would have to just say, well, if you don't know by now, you never will, and you just hope for the best for them because uh, things are escalating. If we even just remotely, just occasionally watch the news, we could piece things together. Or if we watch, creditable YouTube channels or Rumble channels, you can put things together and realize that things are a mess out there. What he can't live in the commune? I mean, what's up with that, Homestead? Wow. Well, here uh, it's really weird how this valley's set up, isn't it? You know,
Yeah,
some of us have neighbors right in front of us. Some of us have them almost on our doorstep. Um, and then some are like set back in the woods. You really have to know where they're at. And I know where they are, but I don't bother them. No, there's one not too far from where the old double wide set up here. You know, it's off in the woods there.
yeah. They and on towards the other end of the road, you got you people that lives around on that end that you know you never see them, and it's not that far through there. You just never see them because they when they go somewhere they go out the other way and out. It's kind of
Yeah,
weird, like you said though, how it's all set up.
a lot of ham operators there. Oh, yeah. I'm not a ham operator. I'm still up in the air about whether I'm going to get that license or not. I'm pretty happy with CB and GMRS. I just don't.
There ain't nothing wrong with ham operators, but it's just too much money to funnel into something that you know right now.
It's no different. It's just a glorified CB.
Yeah, that's about basically
Because
CB.
I've listened to ham operators and they don't act any better than some of the CBers we have to deal with around here.
Well, sideband is you don't hear a lot of that on the sideband. At least I haven't on this channel I've been listening to. It's not that crazy anyway. I'm sure it goes.
No,
I'm sure it goes on and everything, but you just don't hear it.
yeah.
But I don't know. It's whatever a person likes, I guess. I can't get over how clean and quiet it is on the sideband though. I just think back, you liable to when you hear people talking, it's just in between keys, it's real quiet. You know, I think that's weird.
Folks, that if someone who's not in StreamYard with me and Goblin, can someone let me know if the StreamYard link has been pinned to the top? I can't really tell, but I'm surprised StreamYard is working. I've been hearing some people having trouble with it. I looked at the top of the chat. I don't see it, so.
No, when it boils down to it, you're not gonna need no ham operator's license when if it's an emergency situation. No, that's you can throw it out the window. That's you can use it for toilet paper if you wish.
Yeah, yeah. Passamaquoddy, I wouldn't even have to learn it. Um,
That's pretty easy.
I've studied it so much that I know it inside and out. I could probably pass the test, but I just assume not. But if I had to use it in a shit hit the fan situation, I know my way around the radio. So does Goblin, and it wouldn't be hard at all. You know, it might be daunting for someone who hasn't messed with radio all their life. But, um,
It just seems complicated, but it ain't really.
nah, it's just glorified CB. All it is, really.
Yeah, it's a lot of numbers and equate. Well, it's not no
If
equation, but it's like
if we're talking strictly HF, yeah, it looks daunting, but the radio controls are all they are is glorified CVs that
mhm.
have extra filters and steps. You can go 5 kilohertz steps, 10 kilohertz steps, 2.5, whatever. Just
You gotta know the radiation degrees and all that, the radius and all that. Best I
well,
could.
yeah. Bushcrafter, I already have GMRS license, so I can't really say that I'm undocumented. So
Why not?
WR.
I'd rather be undocumented. Hell, it's a thing now anyway. It's a thing now.
Yeah, that's my call sign right there. WRQC 947. But and in 10 years, that license probably won't make a difference anyway, because it'll be expired in 10 years or 8 years now.
A lot of can happen in 8 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it might come down to it wouldn't matter if you had a license or not. Yeah, sit down, get you a cold drink, Mama Owl, and chill out for a while with us. If you want to come up, I could put the StreamYard link in if you feel up to it.
Yeah.
If I could, yeah, well, I mean, if we could go gray and still function, shit, I'm all for it. You
Well, yeah,
know, not have to rely on anybody but ourselves. Fuck yeah. Pretty sure that's a cat messing around, but I'm gonna check, make sure it's not someone knocking on the door. What are you doing? My God. Cats. Can't live with them. You can't live without. Well, I guess you could live without cats, but why would you want to? Too comical to watch.
No, they're just a thing. They're just kind of like here. It's about all you can say, really. They're just there. You don't own them. They allow you to experience their presence.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not 100% sure on how the hunting and fishing licenses work in Tennessee. I know here we can get a discount if we're disabled, or what is it? Disabled or a certain age, I think. Hey, it's Butt Nuggets Homestead. Is that Brett?
I can get a discount hunting and fishing. Also, I can get a discount off of any state-run government, any state-run parks. You get so much discount. Like if you're going to go camping, something like that, there you get so much off. Where it would normally cost you like $24 a night, it would cost you 12. So actually, you could stay for 2 nights. What you could stay with one night. Wait, what for?
Okay, Brett. Yeah, man. I hope you and Mrs. are doing well, and the farm is doing well as well, as well, as well, as well.
Well, you can still not have to pay. You still don't have to pay nowadays. They just you don't want to get caught.
Yeah, yeah. And they do show up. They when you're not expecting it. It's like, hey, I'm getting by with it today, and they're like, hey, buddy, shit,
Yeah,
where'd you come from? You know,
no, they were on the damn place.
it's like they don't just. It's like they'll just come out of the water. Their head would just float up to the top. Excuse me, do you have a license? You're like, don't do that, man. Hmm. Yeah. This what, Kentucky.
Yeah, you can get discounts if you're disabled and all that stuff. But you got to go through some red tape in order to get that.
Well, let's see, Kentucky.gov here.
Yeah, it will
Um,
be the Fish and Wildlife, Kentucky Fish and Wildlife.
okay, so there you go. Annual fishing license for a resident of Kentucky, $23. Non-resident, $55. Let's see. There, we can see it better. A little better, anyway. So you can get non-residents can get a 7-day fishing license. Not available. Oh, okay.
Well, the
Yeah.
non-residents,
Non-resident. Wow,
non-resident,
that's not bad though. $35 for a non-resident.
you get
Trout.
3 year fishing online only, $55.
Wow. So the combo license handles here. Let's see.
Yeah, there's a little bit pricey in some respects.
Oof. Senior lifetime sportsman, resident 65 years of age or older, must maintain Kentucky residency, include all senior sportsman license and permits for $180.
You can get disabled there for $12. You're hunting
Yeah,
like combos,
yeah, that makes sense there. I could easily do that.
and you can get your tags. It's a discount on the tags.
Statewide deer permit. Okay, your 4 deer limit for residents, $35. Youth ages 12 to 15, 4 deer limit, $10. Additional deer permit, 2 deer, $15.
But you must understand that the reason why these things is so expensive right now, and they're liable to go up more, is because it takes a lot of money, to operate them things, all them little projects and everything. But you think it'd be free, but it's not. It costs something somewhere down the road. I don't mind paying it if it's within
Well,
reason.
it keeps the parks and wildlife and stuff like that up.
Yeah,
It keeps them going.
I don't have no problem paying it. If it
No,
if it-
I wholly support, and we've got some awesome national parks here in Kentucky, so I fully support it because they're preserving nature, and it's also a part of history. Uh, you know, so I fully support it, and I love the parks here. I just wish I could spend more time in them.
yeah,
I just
it's a the older you get, the more and the less healthy you are, the more it's worse.
camping is 15 days, and then they'll ask you, you can't come back to the same spot if uh, you've been there for 15 days. Would rather you just kind of like move along. But we have so many parks that wouldn't be a problem to go.
If you can reserve a lot for if you want to stay there. I know people stay there for 2 weeks at a time, camping using a pop up tent. I mean camper. I mean and they'll go for 2 weeks. They'll come back maybe for a week or two, and then go back to the same spot for another 2 weeks. I think the person that she goes every 2 weeks seems like during the summer.
And good night, almost homesteading. I appreciate you spending your time with us. I hope you have a great day tomorrow. Yeah, well, I mean, there's some people, that's their way of life. Um,
Well, she's a widow now, and she ain't got nothing else going on. And even if I did, I couldn't stay be gone camping for 2 weeks. I'm sorry, I got too much crap going on, you know. But hey, bully for people that can do it. I mean, whatever, that's nice. I say the most I could stay away from home like that would be probably a week. I might could do a week, maybe. But that's the way things are with people. They like doing their thing.
A lot
Yeah.
of people living in their vehicles, a way of life.
She's got a tent and she's got a pop up, little pop up camper. And she
Things
brought.
things things have gotten that hard that people really are resorting to living in their vehicles so that they could save money. And some of the people on YouTube are saving money for a big house. That's their dream, but for the time being, they're living out of their vehicle.
Yeah.
And more power to them.
Yeah. I wish them luck.
Now, in my situation, I don't really want to move around a lot because that's all I've done all my life. Um, I would love if I could afford it. I'd have a little building put over here in front of this place, and I would live in that. I'd make a tiny home out of it because it's just me and these cats. Um, I mean, I might, might have a roommate in the future, but not a roommate. What would you call that? A housemate?
I
But
guess.
I'd rather live in a tiny home. Something was like a 30-foot long, shed converted to a house, and then to live. I'm just gonna tell you, my place is falling apart. It's old and it's not been taken care of. And I would rather live in something I can fix myself. If something breaks on it, hey, it's on me, right?
Yep.
Now, if it was on this land, I'd still have to pay rent, but the building I live in would be my own. That would be my responsibility.
There's a lot of people doing that. I know a lot of people getting them buying them big sheds, and a lot of them are already pre-wired for electricity, and they just, hook the water up to it, and petition it off how they want it, and roll with it.
Yeah, nothing wrong with a small home, and I totally agree with that because as it stands right now, I've been sleeping on the couch. I need a mattress for my bed. Not really in a hurry to buy one, especially today's prices. And my couch has got magical powers to put you to sleep when you get on it. So um, I use my living room more than I do. You know, got two bedrooms. I could easily turn one into a radio room if I wanted to. But I'm perfectly happy with this one room, a kitchen, and a bathroom. What more does one man need?
The
And
more you got, the more you have to clean.
the more you have to keep up with. You can't use it all at once.
Butt nuggets.
Yeah, I never. Yeah, I won't. I won't. I totally agree with you always. It's not. It's not glamorous, obviously. Noodle head, hello. My friend around Salvisa. How you doing? Yeah, people on YouTube who live in sprinters and minivans and campers and RVs. They make it that glamorous to bring more people into the channel, and I get that, but yeah, there's got to be some. There's going to be some compromises, you know. But my hat's off to the ones who can actually pull it off. Oh, I'm doing great, Noodlehead, and even better now that you're on this channel because I haven't heard much out of you except maybe a few videos here and there. So it's good to see you in here. And we haven't any storms to chase, so
I ain't gonna chase them anyway. Not no more.
I'm not gonna tear your car up, chase a tornado, are you?
They're perfectly fine up there where they're at in the clouds. I'm okay with it. What would I do with it if I caught it? What would you do with it when you catch it?
Well, once you caught up on that thing, I think you'd be wanting to turn around and go back the way you came.
Mm-hmm.
If you value your life and your vehicle.
I watch them storm chasers. I used to watch them quite a bit until I got annoyed with it. How they chase them storms. It's crazy.
13-hour weeks. Lord, girl, you're not having time for anything, are you? Well, yeah, that's what people have to do to survive these days, though. Work themselves to death.
And that's the Tennessee road character. That's pretty. If that's what you like doing, man, go for it. Because I think you save money by doing it that way. But I don't hunt or fish enough to even pay me to even do anything like that.
Hey, it's okay, Carol. Life has a habit of distracting us, doesn't it? It's all good.
Yeah, if you can get all them stamps for your permits and everything, yeah, that is a kind of a saving because that's where the money's at when you have to go pay for them extra trout stamps and you gotta have special stamps for elk and whatever else you're gonna hunt. And if you want to do a little trapping, of course you'd have to have your license for that and all that stuff. Of course, there ain't no money in that no more, so trapping used to be.
Oh, sorry to hear that, Noodlehead. I hope you're feeling better. Hey, it's okay if you have, it's all right if you have to, if you don't mind multitasking, uh, both ways. Be happy to have you up here either way. Let me step over here real quick.
I always like trout fishing. No, that's pretty fun, trout fishing.
I haven't been fishing in a very long time.
Trout fishing, it's takes some getting used to. I mean, it's totally different than just regular bass fishing or catfishing. It's them little suckers, boy, they'll hit that just barely hit that pole. I mean, if you're not paying attention, you'll lose it. Lose it. Like, you gotta have a get you a trout pole with real flimsy, you know, real flimsy, but it's the slightest vibrational. You know,
Yeah.
you can't use a stiff pole. Down there at Wolf Creek Dam, down there at Jamestown, down there, they got a big camping site down there too. It's state also. You can trout fish down there. It comes right out of that fishery. The trout does. Right below the dam. It always made me nervous camping below that dam, dude. Because you're sitting there camping and you just kind of think, man, what if that daggone thing busted right now? You're sitting there thinking all kinds of crap like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that big wall of water washing you away.
You be sitting there, it's all peaceful, and you're like, all of a sudden, you're like, what the hell's that roaring sound? And by the time you hear the roaring sound, it's already too late. Water's already washed you down.
Well, and not only that, you're just sitting there and it's real peaceful, and then all of a sudden it dawns on you and you say, what in the hell am I even doing here below this dam? What is wrong with me? Of all the places I could camp, I had to camp below a dam. Oh, that's safe as hell. And it wasn't too long after that they had problems with that dam. They had to completely repair it. I
Yeah.
mean, they had to dig. Yeah, I think you might have heard about it. They had to go down there and cut out a bunch of.
Mama Owl. Hoot hoot.
Hoot hoot! Caught me in the
Oh,
middle of
lady.
coffee.
Oh, I got your dog barking.
Oh, that's my. Let's see, how do we put it? That's my niece barking out there. Yeah, she barks to bark.
Wow.
Got her started.
Yeah, it's something, probably a cat, something milling on the other side of the fence.
I haven't been in the messenger chat much today. What you been up to?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh my gracious. I harvested my poor potato crop because being in the hospital and trying to grow potatoes and it being 90 degrees do not add together. But I ended up with little over 7 pounds of potatoes.
Awesome.
It's better than none. It would have been a huge crop if I could have got to take care of them. And then, let's see, we met up with his boss at Whataburger to get he's letting us use a gas card to make it up, company gas card to make it up to Nashville. And oh my God, what else have I done? Made 3 videos this morning, 4 counting the potato video, and a lot of driving. Lots of driving.
Yeah. I I dread driving anymore. Like when I had a vehicle, I was if I spent the whole day driving, I have restless leg syndrome. So like at the end of the day, my legs would just be, just constantly
Yeah.
just shuffling and stuff. I hate it.
Well, thankfully, families letting us use their car to tie up loose ends and try to get these crazy ducks in a row. And Junior can't drive at all, so I do all the driving now.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh, and we had to go fill his prescriptions today.
It's been a crazy day for you then.
Yeah, not done yet.
Well, you are now because it's dark, honey.
Oh no, no, I'm not done. No, I still have 2 videos to finish up and finish up dinner.
Wow.
Late dinner tonight, which I need to go check. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm just gonna have to bounce in and out.
Oh, it's okay. You bounce as much as you want to.
Try not to, because I go splat anymore. I don't bounce.
Oh, goodness.
That dog sounds like it don't like something.
Hello, Bob 942. Bob, how was your sausages? It looked awful good on that grill today. Or are they calzones?
Answer that, Barry.
Hmm?
Answer your phone.
My phone's not ringing.
I think it is.
I think you're tripping, man.
I hear a damn phone ringing somewhere. It's not mine.
Not mine. Mine's
Oh,
sitting here.
no, this here sounds like one of them old timey phones ringing.
Mine plays music from Iron Maiden when it rings.
No, it wasn't that.
I make my own ringtones.
You hear that? That's
Yeah,
that's her phone.
She's outside on the back porch, so it could be
Oh, okay.
around your house.
Yeah, it's me. I'm back for now.
It
Welcome
sounds
back.
like my phone.
Nope, it's probably the central heat and air unit running.
Nice.
And plus, I just flopped down in the camping chair.
Not hurting a damn thing. Let me see here. I probably get in. Well, I'm not monetized, so it won't matter. Let's see. You're not going outside. Give it up.
Yeah, I make my own ringtones also.
Yeah. The ones that come on the phone are so lame.
Yeah.
I just can't help it. I have to make my own. So I'm a big Iron Maiden fan, so I just find one of their songs I like the most and make a ringtone out of it.
The best one I have so far is Yoda telling me that I have a message from the dark side.
I love that. That's awesome.
Unless I get a whole bunch, and then he goes to kind of rapping a little bit because there's so many coming in. He can't keep up with it all.
Oh, let's see. This is why I couldn't hear it. Okay.
I think South Florida Sunshine's in your basement, Barry.
Oh, she's down in the dungeon. Oh my God.
Whoa.
There's a lot of spiders down here.
My
He
God.
He
This is
wasn't
the
paying any
best night
attention.
ever.
I was
That's
watching.
because Teresa's on. Teresa came on, so I can come on. I can
That's
get
right.
permission. Yep.
Oh
Get
my
permission.
goodness. It's
That's a hot mess there.
Yeah. Yep.
it's always nice to have some females break it up. You know?
Yeah, you need a little of that estrogen action.
That's right. I don't need the estrogen. Just the wait a minute. I'm
Oh.
not finishing that. Oh.
You almost said it. Hey, Passamaquoddy. Hey, Q. I didn't see you. I wasn't in at the same time. And Bob's here
Pass
too.
out candy bars to everyone so estrogen will be leveled out.
Right? I already. Goodness, I must have had the estrogen today because boy, did I eat the heck out of those mochi things. Oh gosh.
Was it?
Mochi, the strawberry mochi. It's just something about being able to hold a little cookie that's got ice cream inside of it in your hand.
Get out of here.
Yeah, it's not even really a cookie. It's dough. It's that sticky rice dough, and you have to appreciate the like sensory experience because if you don't, it can gross you out. But I appreciated it a little too much. It was BOGO at Publix, and I was like,
How many did you eat?
I ate 2 packages, so probably I ate 1,000 calories and mochi
You liked
today.
them a lot then, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean it was 2 different sittings, so it was like for lunch and dinner. I didn't eat dinner, but this is how I lost my
what was it,
gallbladder.
about 10 minutes apart? Your lunch and dinner?
A little longer than that. A little longer. I would say some hours were in between the
Was you
packages.
bouncing off the walls when you were done?
No, sugar doesn't do that to me. It actually does the opposite. It can put me to sleep.
It does me too. I go to sleep.
Yeah, that's what kind of worries me, but I guess it didn't worry me too much because I ate them all.
At the time, you don't care. You just
yeah, no.
Just eat. No.
Yeah, not good. I gotta cut that out. We were just talking about that Friday night too, about the overwhelm and stuffing your emotions with food. And yeah, mochi can do that.
That's okay. I stuffed my emotions with three large glasses of sweet tea at Whataburger today.
Oh, I've never been to Whataburger.
Oh my gracious! Really I can't sing the praises of Whataburger enough. It's the kind of burger that you eat with 2 hands, not one.
Oh, like how Fuddruckers used to be, but then they kind of got gross. A lot of them down here kind of got gross.
And they only use American beef. Now, of course, they have chicken sandwiches too.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think we have one. I think I tried to look it up. I don't think we have one here yet.
That's a shame. Oh, the banana pudding milkshake. Oh my God.
We have those at Shake Shack. We have the Shake Shack, and they do all the really great shakes. My daughter, I think, has had the banana pudding one, and she's had one that has like Krispy Kreme donuts in it too. I don't remember what that one was called, but yeah. That sounds
now,
really
the banana pudding milkshake has pieces of vanilla wafers and real banana, and I can actually. And it's thick. You'd think you was eating a bowl of banana pudding.
Is it one of those shakes that you like suck your cheek in, like trying to suction it out of the?
Yeah.
Those are good.
Yeah.
I remember that as a kid. We went somewhere, and I remember just sucking my cheeks in so hard trying to get it up to the straw. And I was like, okay, what the heck with this? I need a spoon. This is not
Well,
going up.
some of the straws they give you anymore, you can't even do that.
Right? They'll melt because they
They
have to be
collapse.
non-plastic. Yeah, these
They
non.
collapse.
Hey, in Canada, their straws, their fast food stores are paper.
Yeah, there's some places that have started to do that down here,
How
and they
can
melt.
you
There's
can't you do it with paper? It's like impossible.
yeah.
It's like I guess it would be more like a cardboard, I guess.
You're
Yeah.
gonna start seeing people like have their own little cases, like how those professional pool players have their case and pull out their pool cue. They're gonna have straws now, the stainless steel straws. They'll pull it out, clean it,
Yeah,
stick it in.
yeah. The plastic tipped or silicone tipped metal straw. That's the only way I can use them.
Yeah, me too. I don't like that metal in my mouth.
I'm allergic to metal.
I didn't know that. You're
I just
allergic to
Yep.
looked it up. There's not a
stainless?
Whataburger in Kentucky at all.
Yeah,
Uh-uh.
I don't think
I've
we have
never heard
one.
of it.
I
I'm gonna
tried
get
to look
some.
it up, and I think it was a no the last time I looked it up when you guys were talking about it, you
I'm
and
gonna get some
Homestead.
water. I'll be right back.
Let me check. Yeah,
Well,
we
all
have
right
Shake
then.
Shack. They're good too.
Well, I wonder if Shake Shack is a spin off of Steak and Shake.
No,
Could
we
be.
have Steak and Shake. No.
No,
No, it's not.
okay.
No.
Because
Yeah,
Steak
there's.
and Shake was like right across the street from me when I was had first got out on my own, and it was like the worst restaurant ever. I
Yeah,
mean,
I don't like
it
that
looked
place. That's
amazing
why I
on the
was like,
inside, but that was it.
And too expensive.
no.
Yeah,
This
too.
is
Oh
here's.
yeah,
This
definitely
is
too
more
expensive.
like Shake Shack that's theirs, and then that's got the crinkle cut fries that are extra crispy, and then you get it looks like I don't know which one they got. Looks like some kind of birthday cake one. Uh, but that's Shake Shack. Shake Shack, they have them in King of Prussia Mall too, because we went to King of Prussia Mall just to go to Shake Shack when we were up doing my dad's memorial. There's the tray for Shake Shack. We don't have Whataburger. I just checked. This is Shake Shack in Aventura. I just like their regular cheeseburgers. They're just so good.
Well, the thing about Whataburger is their slogan is we don't want to serve billions of people. We only want to serve you.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Wait, is Whataburger from the brothers? The Marky Mark, that actor and his
Oh
brothers?
God, no, no! It predates before they were ever even thought about being carried.
Okay.
It
Because
started back
theirs
in
is
19.
Wahlburger. They have Wahlburger. That's what theirs is. Okay.
Yeah, it started in 1950,
Oh, okay. Oh, I
and
didn't know.
they're still family owned.
Oh, neat.
It's that old, really?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
TN, take that back. It does not. Jack in the
What?
Box. He's
What?
saying Shake
Oh
Shack reminds
no,
of Jack
no!
in the Box. No.
You couldn't get me to eat at a Jack in a Box at all.
Mm-mm.
I'm too leery after
Yeah.
all that food poisoning.
TN, you
No,
have a bad Shake Shack then. Our Shake Shacks are good here. So was
Yeah.
the one in PA. That's a bad Shake Shack if it tastes like Jack in the Box.
I was born in 1967, but I remember Jack in the Box in California.
It wasn't like in California, the Jack in the Box when they had tacos, it was before the big food scare and the whole meat thing. Um, it wasn't too bad. Like when I was little, because I was little. You're little and it's like exciting that you get to go to one of those places and you're getting tacos. And then they had the food thing after we moved, I think, out to Florida. But we never went there that often. So my parents must have thought the same thing like, oh, we're not going back there. But as a kid, I was like, oh, we went out and we got tacos in the car. How fun. Bring them home and I don't know. You back
Now
then
you,
when you're bouncing around the seats because there's no seat belts.
now you can get the same thing, and now you have to leave the house. Just about.
Yeah. Shake. Jack in the Box isn't terrible. Can get tacos. Oh, is that what you meant by it? It's just it's got so many different things. Yeah, our Shake Shack has quite a few things in the menu, but they don't do tacos. But it's
No,
funny. It's the one place.
Whataburger doesn't have a huge menu at all because everything is cooked and made when you order it.
Mm, yeah, they do that too at Shake Shack, but I don't know if what they're using as far as the meat. If it's like their patties. I didn't take it that
Oh,
far.
at Whataburger, 100% American beef.
I like that idea a lot that they use
Yep.
just American beef. It makes me
Yep.
curious now. I'm gonna go when I go to Shake Shack. I'm gonna look that up and see what they're using. They
Well,
probably don't know the people waiting on you.
that's good. Thankfully, it's not lab grown beef.
No,
No,
they
sir.
won't. They won't do it.
Mm-mm.
Listen,
I
I
If I
don't
know.
remember
understand.
right, I seriously doubt they'll ever do that because Whataburger, if I remember right, was birthed in Texas. So yeah,
Oh yeah, no beef. Yeah, the beef
yeah.
state. Mm-mm. That would be so bad if they did do
Even
that.
the chicken sandwiches, that's a whole chicken breast on there.
Mhm.
It's not any of the formed crap.
Yeah. When you guys got all that rain, I feel so bad. I was watching Laura did a video. It popped into my feed, so I watched it because it was like her title was basically like I forget. It was self-depreciating and I'm like, "Oh no, what happened?" And it was her turkeys because of the rain. I don't know if I haven't gotten back to her or know if she posted a follow-up, but her young turkeys and a chicken, I think it was, were not doing so hot after the rain. She put up barriers around the sides because of the way I guess it dropped where she's at. Like it immediately
Yep.
dropped, and she might have lost some of her meat
Well,
birds.
you have to watch young turkeys because they're not the brightest bird of the flock. They'll
Yeah,
go out there, stare up in the sky with their mouth open and drown.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Probably
I know
pretty
some people that like that happen to, but
right.
that's
Yeah, I think I've known some of them. I think I was one of them until I was 30.
oh now come on.
30 years old. I'm like, where have I been for 30 years? I felt like I woke up. It was so weird.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
No access to tacos in
Well,
Tennessee.
it's so nice to have y'all up here.
I know some
Uh,
people that was that stupid to be out in a rainstorm and drown.
mm-hmm. Yep.
Older.
Well, we have them too in Florida after the hurricanes. Like, what the hell are you doing playing in that standing water when we have reptiles that can come at your ankles?
Never mind, things like
Death
dysentery and
rolls.
stuff.
And what was that? Oh, yeah. And the diseases. Yeah. Never
Yeah,
mind.
so nasty because you got to stop and think. The sewers are coming up through that water as well. I mean,
Yeah.
they have
Oh,
nowhere
well,
else to go.
yeah,
Yeah,
my husband got real sick, Barry, when he was cleaning the drainage canal had let out and it was pretty low. And so he went down to get something. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was our volleyball. I don't remember. And he's like, I'll just pick up a few more things. Oh, he was so sick. He got something.
He got
We
sepsis
still
is what
don't
he got.
know. He
Sepsis.
got what?
Sepsis. Sepsis. You get the. It's like a.
oh,
Oh,
If
sepsis?
you
No,
got
I
a
don't think he
cut,
got that. What?
if you got a cut or anything, I like
Yeah,
it.
no, he didn't get that. No, no, no. He got like vomit sick. Like
E.
Mm-hmm.
probably,
coli or salmonella.
yeah, that's probably what he got. One of them.
Yeah.
No, not
Yeah.
sepsis. He didn't get that. Hey, Bob. I know what
Hey, hey,
sepsis is.
hey,
Oh no, sepsis, and you're going to the hospital.
Yeah, sepsis, you're going to the hospital. And it's usually in your bloodstream and they have to try and get ahead of it. That's a horrible thing to get.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I had 14 bags of antibiotics being piggybacked at the same time being pumped in me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah, my aunt died from it. I know. She was older.
I still just hope to die in Bangkok.
I
That's all I'm
know.
hoping.
Bangkok. Mm-hmm. Shopping, just shopping, right, Bob? It's got such great
Yes.
shopping.
Mhm.
Yes. Yes.
Surrounded by
Happy.
how many Asian women?
Oh, a continent full of them, brother. A whole
High
continent.
five, brother. High five.
Oh, Bob, I meant to ask you, in Indonesia, what do they speak? Do they speak a form of Tagalog in Indonesia?
No.
Okay,
No.
because
No.
YouTube couldn't translate
Right.
somebody who gave me like a shout. He gave me a shout out. He was a farmer in Indonesia, and I went back to watch his video, and YouTube was like, "Yeah, fuck, we can't do that."
Now, the most I can tell you about the similarities between Filipino and Indonesia is that the first mass immigration into the Philippines was the Malaysians, followed by the Indonesians. And there's a few words in Filipino that are Indonesian, like kuya, that means brother.
Okay.
Anak means my child.
Okay.
So there a few words stayed,
Okay.
you know, kind of
Yeah.
kind of like a few words in Malaysian stayed, but no, they're not.
I just wondered because
Not
I
even because
remember
I put on
Siri
video.
didn't know Tagalog. Remember
Yeah.
when I told you that? Like Siri didn't
Mhm.
translate
Yeah.
it, neither did Google. So I figured, oh, I wonder if it's to Tagalog. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
He's just speak.
I tried like Google Translate when I was in China. No, I just don't have faith in that kind of stuff, man.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work.
You get yourself in trouble.
Especially, right? You know, like 7,000 islands in the Philippines, almost 100
thanks, Tian.
languages, and like there's like 12,000 islands in Indonesia. Imagine.
Yeah,
how many
that's what he
languages?
just at TN just said. There's 800 languages spoken there.
Oh,
No wonder why they can't translate it. Okay,
yeah.
but he
I'd love to go to Bangkok, but I'd be hitting the markets buying spices and fabric.
Yeah,
Me too.
yeah. They have some markets there.
I'm
Really
sure
pretty.
there's some old languages too that are already included in there.
Probably there's some really remote islands out there in South Asia. It's like,
Well,
man.
even in Brazil, when they're going up the river, there was this guy that was talking about he was going to visit. Basically, it was a tribe that he learned their language, and they were taking him there. And the guys in the boat are telling him like, "Oh yeah, in this part of the river, yeah, our friends got killed
Yeah.
because they are warring tribes." And I'm like,
Warring, yeah.
like that's we don't think of
Uh-huh.
that's still going on, but it's still going
It
on.
is. It is.
But
Yep.
yeah, his fate.
It's a good thing it's still going on. It
Yeah,
means
that they
no
still have.
contact.
Yeah, that they still have their land, and that's what the men of the tribe that he visited, like, please keep them out of this area. You know, like, let us keep our land. We want to keep our land. Like, please tell Brazil, like, we want to keep our land. It was like
And their
horrible.
traditions as well.
Yeah, and their traditions, their way of life. That's what he said. Our way of life. We want to keep our way of life.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Yeah.
Friends all have many fluent languages. Wow.
Yeah. It's similar up in the mountains where our house is at. When we came out of a coffee shop and there were some locals there, you know, looking for coin. My wife speaks like 5 languages, and they couldn't understand any of her 5 languages at all, and she could not understand one word that they were saying.
Wow.
So I gave them some coin, you know.
Yeah.
There's like 13 tribes that comprise the city of Davao. And that's just Davao.
Oh my goodness.
Out there in the mountains, there's
Yeah.
so many. You know?
Well, that's where it's like you think of when you come into the United States. That's why it's important for us to speak one language so we can build businesses and things like that. Like, yeah, they can have smaller communities like down in Miami. They have a whole like Spanish community that they will not speak English to you. You go down there and they won't, just to mess with you, like 10, I want to say over 20 years ago. Now they will, because they actually are the ones that are getting more jobs because they are bilingual or trilingual. They're the more desired population than just us, English speaker, no other language like me. I know Spanish never really stuck after I wasn't around Spanish people. You needed the
No,
immersion.
Spanish never stuck with me because my blood was against it. Ancestors were mad because I took Spanish.
Oh, mine was just I wasn't immersed in it. When I'm immersed in it, I can understand it better. Like
Well,
I
what
can learn it.
Hernando de Soto done when he come to this country, yeah,
Yeah,
was brutal.
yeah.
So
No,
yeah,
that was not cool. That was very uncool. Yeah.
And here I had to be a rebel and took French.
Mm, I wanted to, but everybody said, no, no, it's so much harder. Don't do it. Because I was an art
It was
major.
not.
That's
Barry
what I
No.
always
speaks a
heard.
foreign language. Barry speaks a foreign language. It's Buckeye.
Okay. Shut up.
Buckeye.
Yeah.
no, I'm kicking myself for not taking Latin.
Oh, I wanted that one too, Teresa. Yeah. I wanted that one when Hannah was in school. I was going to actually do that. And then she ended up with a language processing disorder. And I was like, yeah, I think I just want her to be able to speak. That would be good. So,
Truth
yeah.
be known, I actually speak Cantonese.
Cantonese. Oh, come on.
Catnip, yeah.
Hell,
Yeah, you have to for your
Yeah.
survival.
I do
Mm,
too, Barry. I can
howdy
speak it.
from the prairie.
You know,
No
honestly,
corn fed life.
Hey, Cornfed. Good to
if
see you.
if if the wife and I can go over to Thailand, there are some things I would like to bring home with us. Some of their wood carving.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yeah.
Have you ever seen some of their wood carving?
Yeah. Amazing.
yes.
Oh my lord,
Amazing.
beautiful stuff.
Yeah. They're
Just beautiful.
incredible.
Mm-mm-mm.
Incredible wood carvers. Well, that's too. It's like some of the Indonesian wood carvings are incredible too.
Yeah. Hmm.
And even like, what about what the Chinese did with jade? Those tiny, tiny,
Yeah,
delicate
yeah.
like scenes, and it's all carved in jade. Like, what the hell were they using back then? Like, old. Some of this stuff is super old. It's like, where you didn't have dental tools back then. What were you using? It's
Those are the
amazing.
yeah.
Another one I like is Samoans.
See,
Their artwork is gorgeous.
I don't know if I've seen. I'm sure I've seen some of them. It's just not coming back into my head.
They do the hookah dance.
is
I
that
know that. Well, their
Something
ink
like that.
work. I'm more familiar with like their ink work with the tattoos
Yes,
because everybody wanted
yes,
Samoan tattoos. They went through like
yes.
the
I
whole
love it. Yep.
tribal tattoos. Man. Oh gosh. That's wild. That sounds like Florida. I can't believe it made its way to Tennessee. Sounds like
That sounds
Florida.
more like a Mexican standoff there, Tennessee bush crackers.
Although they did say that they're, bringing everybody from the southern border into all the states that might go to, vote for 45.
We had a
Yep.
guy on the road, up the road, that we weren't sure what language he was speaking.
Oh dear.
I think it's Methanese.
Yeah, methanese. I was going to say, is it from the meth? Methanese.
Oh my God, yo.
That is, it's definitely, that is definitely a thing.
Methanese.
Bethany's.
It's too funny.
He wasn't very fluent at that either because I still didn't
there's
No.
some
understand what the hell he was saying. So he was hauled off the other day again.
So it
And
is. Mhm.
the day before he was hauled off, he was out in the middle of the road giving a tent revival to imaginary,
Congregation.
imaginary,
oh boy.
Wow. Peoples.
yeah,
Wow.
Congregation.
Yeah,
That's sad.
And
yeah.
a boy we know, I had to go down there and tell him, okay, bro, man, it's great what you're doing, but come on, get out of the middle of the street. Come on, it's over.
Oh wow. That's sad.
Don't hurt yourself. Don't
Yeah.
hurt yourself. Yeah.
Well, just don't let us see you hurt yourself.
Yeah.
He's in jail, so he can't be hurt now.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh.
It's getting quieter in the valley, isn't it, Goblin?
Uh-huh.
Nice that they're pulling them in though, and putting them in jail for a while. Give you guys a break.
It's nice.
Oh,
It's also nice to know people to get the job done.
Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah.
It'd be better if they put him in rehab and do more good.
I think,
Can't.
well, he's
Out-
gonna
only
end
if
up
they
in
want it.
prison.
Yeah.
He's
Only
gonna
if
end
they're
up in prison, so
Yeah.
he'll get rehab whether he wants it or not.
Yeah, they do, right? They get a nice detox whether they want it or not when they're thrown into jail.
Yeah.
That's sad. That part I wish they would do that they would medically do that and not hurt
He's
hurt
on a
folks.
spiral decline.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I wish they would take it easy. But then again, maybe for some of them that'll be like, no, I don't want to do a detox
honestly,
again.
he's not bright enough to take care of himself.
Yeah, a lot of them
So
lower.
in this position, in
IQ.
his position, he's better off letting. I know it comes out of our money, out of our taxes.
Yeah, but he'd be in one
be
institution
better
or
off.
another.
He
Yeah,
would be better off. Yeah,
I
absolutely.
understand.
Because he can't even take care of himself.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. That's
Well,
what happens to a lot of
Yep.
folks.
I agree.
I got
They
Cody.
get institutionalized. Washington State.
You what Goblin?
Cody.
I only hear
Yeah,
kitty
I'm
cat.
surprised. I'm surprised they haven't been singing here for a couple of nights.
They're all over near berries. they're running the other way.
Now, Barry's cat to scare them away.
Possibly, yeah.
Hey, I got a couple that would chase off snakes.
That or either his Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Right.
We've heard some stuff in the woods, haven't we? Yeah, Randy.
Abs-
We've heard some tree knocks and everything else up in these woods.
I saw something. Bob's seen stuff, but I saw something when I was that I told you guys when I was with my youth group. Just at the bottom of my feet.
Yep.
That was
They're out there.
but I don't know if that, was a spirit or if that was one of them, which yeah, I don't like to talk even about it. Creepy.
Well, tree knocks. You know what it is. You know.
It can be also
I think
dead
they're just-
trees
well,
too.
Usually when
True.
No,
it's
not
different.
that.
It's different.
Not that sound. No.
It's a different.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's far different. It's intentional.
Oh.
Yep. You can actually hear it. Yeah, you can tell the difference.
So it sounds like an actual knock, like at a door.
No, they use
Yeah.
limbs to hit the
No.
tree with.
Yeah, like a baseball bat cracking against a
You
tree
know what
trunk.
a
Pop.
wood block sounds like? An
Here.
instrumental wood block.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That would be
Mhm.
it, only a little bit deeper, a
Okay.
little deeper tone.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell that it's created by a thick piece of wood hitting a
Yep.
tree.
But it's an intentional noise.
It has
Okay.
a very distinct sound.
Okay.
Yeah.
And wood block is the best way I could describe it. A wood block like you use for percussion in a band or drums. It's very distinct. You know, it's not a woodpecker.
It is.
You could
Yeah.
tell a woodpecker has a very distinct sound as well. So it's
Yeah.
a little higher.
It's
It's a little higher up
different.
the octave as far as woodpeckers go. That's higher up in an octave.
Them cows were close, dangerous close.
Yeah. I was out more than once with my boys looking around for those guys, and one time got pretty creepy. I was out by myself cutting a path through the thick, dense brush in there, and one of them was very close to me because I could smell it. And oh man, do they stink! I heard a little while later a tree knock, and then shortly after that, he threw a rock into the top of a tree, which fell not far from me. And I packed up my tools. It's like, okay,
I'm done.
loud and clear. You're in our. Yeah, you're in our area.
I
We want you
passed my
gone.
body. I could say honestly, I'm not 100% sure this is what it was, but when me and my ex lived in Ezra, Kentucky, we had went to one of the small little gas stations right up the road from us, and we heard a yell. It didn't sound like it was like a cross between human and animal. I don't know how else to explain that other than it actually sent chills down our spine when we heard it.
Sorry, I was talking to Junior about the OCD.
Oh. See,
But
doing our-
no,
When usually
what I was going to
they
say,
want to let you know that you're in our area.
when you were talking about the woodpecker,
Go, just leave.
it's a higher, faster pitch.
yeah, it's much higher
Sasquatch
rock. Yeah,
much slower but deeper one.
Okay.
You can tell it's wood being used to hit a tree.
I put on Alone last night, where they
Oh,
leave
yeah.
them, alone. And I obviously missed the first Alone in the beginning where they drop the guys off, because the guy goes into the woods and looks up and there's Black Bear sitting in the tree looking down at him. He's like, oh, hell with this. And he runs out of the forest. And I'm like, well, what the hell do you think you were doing going into their territory? But that freaks me out more than anything. Yeah, you're not alone. That's right. That's right. But yeah, he had picked you. He went up, and there it is, just kind of like, hey, man, what are you doing here? Sound like an Bigfoot.
Them coyotes was dangerous close. It was right in the field, right in front of the house here. It was really close.
Yeah,
I thought there was my damn front yard there for a second.
I think Bob was saying, like, you kill one of them and their women go into heat. You kill coyote and all the females in that pack will go into heat to basically recreate what you killed.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's why they're so hard to get rid of.
The free version of StreamYard takes 6 people, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna switch to my phone. So I'm gonna mute my computer until I get to my phone. I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna see if I can hear them on this end of town.
I tried to do that. Be careful, because I got
hear them now.
feedback too.
Yeah, that's why I have to mute my laptop.
Okay.
And that's the last we'll hear of Barry.
Don't say that.
Everybody remember this
Here
picture.
lies Barry.
Remember this picture. Take a good close look at his picture.
Barry Nugget.
Yep.
Remember him how he is.
Cats would have saved him, but they were locked inside the house.
Bigfoot will grab him and.
Oh my! I hope not.
If you see weird lights in the sky, get your tail back in the house.
Yeah.
The mothership is coming.
Well, he gives off a signal ever since, They did probe him one time. Maybe twice.
Huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Barry. You didn't know that? Oh, it was twice, right, Bob? Yeah, Bob and I
didn't know about the probing part.
Yes. He's a radio, basically transmitter and receiver.
That is what's wrong with him, then. I figured, yeah, it makes sense now.
It'd be nice if they wouldn't do all that probing crap. I'd talk to them, but no.
Yeah, no. Most of the encounters have not been very nice.
Twice?
Can you please put that long probe away, please?
Yeah, not sure if you liked it or not, so you did it again.
I'm not sure if I liked it or not. Will you do it again? Is that what just came out of you?
No,
Yeah,
please stop.
was twice. Okay. All right.
Oh dear. Well, you know, we have our antennas here.
Just
like,
close your eyes.
just close your eyes.
You're not
Close
going
your
to find
eyes and
us
dream
an
of being.
alien person.
So bad.
You're not going to find nothing.
Just remember, I love you. It'll be all right.
They'll have this little soft music in the background on their alien speakers playing. Oh my God! I don't. What am I talking about? Oh well, there he's gone.
Yeah, I hope they kissed him behind the ear.
Oh no, they don't do that. They just
Made it worth his while.
they just
Well, they
they just
don't.
drop you, throw you out the window as they pass by, and that's the end of it.
No, I'm out of there. I'm out of there now. They got to at least kiss me behind the ear.
Here comes
every once in a
Aquarius
while.
did sleep.
Tell me they love me or something.
They can just stay the hell away from me. I'll be good.
Or at least leave me a bouquet of flowers or something to show me that they care a little bit.
I don't know. They're probably in northern Florida. They're
Oh my
probably not
God.
down here.
Oh, we got a berry.
They look like
Oh, good. He
what
did
is it?
sleep
What is
some.
it?
Maybe.
The Blair Witch Project.
Oh, I hated that movie. Oh my God, I hated that movie. Oh God, I hated that movie. Oh, that was horrid.
The first time you ever watched it was pretty cool, and then after that you go,
No, no, I hated it from the get go. I got talked into going to the movie theater with friends. The only thing that made me happy was the popcorn. That whole movie was nothing but people running and screaming. No, thank you. No, thank you. That's just like Castaway, one giant FedEx commercial. I got suckered into seeing that one too.
oh yeah, it sucked. My movie sucked. Tom Hanks, he sucked on that one.
Barry, there's a bright light above you. Be careful.
Right?
Oh, there it is. Oh, that's a nightlight.
Yeah.
I thought it was a UFO.
That's the
Coming
mothership.
back for round 3.
Mothership. Yeah, you could put it in maybe a
It's
editing
that
software.
signal. You
We're gonna
wave
be
enough
doing
It
time,
must have been good berries.
you'll
gonna-
send signals.
Must have been good
Very-
berries coming back.
Barry, don't do that no more. Please don't make a close up again, please.
He got a smile on his face.
if I get in trouble, if I'm in trouble or anything, I'm gonna do SOS right here.
Well, I can't
Okay,
even
so
see
pay attention to the 3 short
No.
ones, 3 long ones, and then 3 short ones. That's
he done screwed that up, so he'll never be able.
No, don't take time to do that. Just run.
Yeah. Just run.
throw
Run
the,
back to
throw
your
the phone
cat.
down and run.
Yeah,
Run to Catlandia.
that's right.
I'm already at Catlandia. I'm on my territory here.
He won't be for long.
Yeah. But your safety is inside.
Yeah, probably. Let me see if I can switch the camera 2 here, or 3 or 4, whichever one it wants to use.
What are we doing? Oh, look, there's a kitty cat in Barry's picture.
Oh, cats are going for the laptop again.
It's gonna screw it up.
Oh no.
Probably,
Take one
My
send
luck, they take me
signals
off.
again.
my luck, they'll take me offline. Did you see the cat on the roof?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm glad it's a cat, not a
Or
possum.
is that really a cat?
Well, that's our lookout. That's Catlandia's guardian right there.
Yeah, he's
Cute.
doing a good job too.
Mhm.
Until an owl comes by.
Yeah.
Get that camera on my face.
I'd welcome the owl to come back. I actually like having owls here because
Now,
what cats?
Barry,
Huh?
I haven't heard the owls here in a while because I'm at family's house. And one night I just stopped making the video and just kept recording the owls. It was 6 of them. It,
Oh, no.
yeah, it was hoot fest.
Hoot fest.
The hooters were wild.
Oh, all the Hooters were out.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
so
I like
Darius
the
likes
Hooters
Hooters
were
night.
wild. Yep.
Bob would like a Hooters
I
night.
missed it.
What are we doing, Barry?
Bob
What
looked right
are we
up. He's
doing
like,
here?
Hooters?
And I wanted to see if I could hear some coyotes,
missed
but I
it.
guess
Damn.
they're all over at your house, Goblin.
I told you they didn't gone.
Well, I'll be damned.
I fixed to go out with a shotgun while I was fixing to. That's how damn close they were.
You know, when you go to record them, just like the owls, they all
Yep.
get quiet.
They all go.
Right? Yeah.
The human is looking for us.
Don't worry, we're fixing to see something here in a minute. We're going to see Barry abducted. We'll get to witness
There
it.
goes a bat.
I'll pass Ian. I don't like any of that.
There's a cat climbing a tree.
Of course.
It's a haint. It's a
There
haint.
it is.
If
That's
we
where
hear
they-
some Barry Manilow music in the background, then we know there's something fixing to
Yeah.
happen.
Shit.
Something going on up
Barry
in that tree.
Manilow. Oh my God.
That's what type of music they play, Barry Manilow.
Is that the preferred music of cat romantic encounters? It's Barry Manilow. Poor cats.
Oh
No,
my God.
no.
No one.
When you really have to worry is when Barry White cuts loose.
That's it. I think that's the correct Barry.
Yeah, the Barry White.
We'll
Yes.
never. A love as great as mine.
Yeah.
Someone who.
Who are all you people on my property? Leave my property. No trespassing here.
What's that say?
Says no trespassing.
Really? Is that no, that's not what it said. No trees passing.
Look at that sunflower.
Look at his marijuana plant. No, they.
Shit.
For a
That's a
second,
great
No.
sunflower.
weed plant.
You know, another 2 feet, and that'll be as tall as my damn house.
Your cats protected that so it would grow. Otherwise, something would have ate that.
You know, yeah. I mean, look at the corn; it's almost as tall as the sunflower.
That corn was amazing how it came back and they ate the top off of it, right?
Corn will.
Look at
Corn is
that.
extremely strong.
I didn't know they would come back and blow.
I didn't either. Look at that;
That's
it's got tassels at the top. Look at that.
Yeah, I told you to cut back and leave it alone.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
This one right here is popcorn,
Oh,
yellow
cool.
popcorn. This tall one is sweet corn.
Prove it.
I will in a few weeks when it starts producing.
Yeah.
Or
garden-
red bucker.
The garden
long as they
isn't.
don't- As long as they don't cross pollinate, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that.
Then again,
Yeah,
you
you
might
got-
make a really nice kernel to pop.
Yeah, you got two different breeds of corn there.
Might be nice and fluffy.
We're drying. These are cantaloupe seeds. We're drying in the sun. Well, the
Mm.
sun's not out right now, obviously, but someone brought me a cantaloupe.
Mm.
But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there's nothing to see or hear out here. Crickets.
Quiet night.
I would like to catch Barry doing that one night and slip up behind him. Barry, you don't know how
I've done that to people before.
I catch him. I will catch him doing that, and I'll
Lettuce.
slip right up there. It'll take me about 30 minutes, but I'll catch him.
Yeah, we'll just hear Barry go. You'll just hear.
No, he'll
Fist hit
scream
your
like a
cheek.
girl. He'll go, "Ooh."
Yeah, but
I've
it'll
been
hit you
trying.
probably. I can imagine Barry's long arms
And
coming
I'm gonna get
around.
me a. I'm gonna take my tape deck with me, and I'm gonna play some Barry Manilow in the background. You'll hear it coming in the background.
I've done, I've scared many of people in my lifetime. It's a
No,
blessing to have, it's a blessing to have natural night vision
Oh
and light
well.
and very light feet. I have scared many a person at campground.
Oh, I do that too, Homestead. I'll go out at night. That's when I found that nasty thing in my garden. I like to garden
So
at
the
night.
tomato hornworm.
oh kitty,
Mm-hmm. Damn thing.
oh kitty.
Except it was going after my pepper plant.
Uh
Ate it
Next
oh.
down.
time, throw
But
it on the
it,
ground, stomp it.
oh, I
Oh,
gave it to the canal, but it
you,
kind of went to the side. But that's
you
okay.
bug.
Something will eat it.
It just means it'll
All right.
make a cocoon, and then the moth will happen, and then yeah, more
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah. No, usually I will kill them. I put another worm down the garbage disposal in one of my old video.
Oh, I thought this was
We
Barry for a second.
we either pick them off and stomp them, or I feed them. When I had chickens, I'd feed them to the chickens. Man, they go crazy.
Yeah. Well, I planned on feeding it to the canal, the fish, but darn thing hung on so tight to the paper towel that it like used it like
It
"Woo,"
parachute,
pretty much.
parachute.
Yep. But the thing
Yeah.
is we have these cute little they're called moorhens on the side that are, making little nests. So something ate it. I don't think it survived very long. They have their little nests in the grass. You can't see them, but they're there. And yeah,
I believe in
mama's
All right.
Calvin.
mama gets
I'll
hungry.
catch you inside in a
You
minute.
saw that. You saw that
Oh,
big ugly
oh,
Oh, he
grub that was
gone.
underneath the soil in my
yeah,
in
I
my
sent
lawn
you that
bed.
link. Did you see?
You see that gigantic?
Did you see the
Oh,
link I sent you? It's an invasive.
oh no,
It's an
I haven't.
it's an invasive beetle.
Yeah, but
Nasty.
yeah, the crows got him because I threw
Good.
him up on the sidewalk.
Good.
And bye-bye. Yeah, something came down and ate him.
Good.
Barry.
Look.
I found 4 of them so far.
Oh, that's awful. That means they're in your grass. They love grass roots. Gross. They're nasty.
Uh-huh.
Thing looked like Alien. The alien that came out of that guy's stomach in the kitchen. Blech.
Mm-hmm. Horrible
It
looking
was
beast.
yeah.
Ugh.
Ew.
Oh my
Ugliest
God!
scrub.
That cat just about to knock his laptop off.
Is that Charlie? That might be Charlie. She's so cute. She likes to sit up behind Barry. Was that Charlie just jumping around her? Yeah, look like Charlie. That's Passamaquoddy's favorite. She's a
I
cutie.
think my night vision is so strong because of doing over 40 years of intricate beadwork.
Hmm.
Oh,
Strengthen your eyes.
Yeah.
I think mine would be better if I didn't give up on juicing. I was doing that carrot beet ginger juice. That was like one of my favorites. A little bit of green apple. So
Hey,
good.
what y'all
Only thing
doing? Why are you taking over my desk?
yeah, isn't Charlie a good kitty, Passamaquoddy? Yes. It's cute how she
Sorry.
sits behind him too, isn't it? Like she's watching over him. It's cute. I wish I could
Yeah,
have a cat.
she's taking over the I guess the security detail. She's
Mm-hmm.
always watching over me. Come here, Socks. Socks is the same way. Socks will sit with me too, so I guess they take turns.
Oh, hey Socks, you're so cute. That's Charlie's sibling. His Socks
Well, no, more like
cousin.
cousin, yeah, from another litter. Yeah,
Okay.
different mother.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
you cute Socks.
yeah, yeah.
Different mother, but we know the father with that coloring.
Well, now I got two tuxedo males, so it could be
Oh, I
both.
didn't.
It could be
Okay.
both in cats. It could be both.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, the interesting thing about cats, for every kitten they have, it can be an absolute different daddy per kitten.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just looked
Um,
like Dark Paw, the one that's always yelling to get out, who fights with the other cats. Looked a
Yeah,
little
he
bit like
hasn't
him.
started that till here recently, and
The
just
pillow
getting
of
him out of my
cat.
chair.
they are
Charles,
happy
look,
because
buddy.
daddy made it back into the house safely.
The cushion of
There
cat.
you go, pass him quality.
Oh, there she is.
There's our sweet little Charlie.
Meow, meow.
You doing, baby?
Almost looks like a Turkish van. I have
Mm.
Turkish van kitties.
Oh yeah.
Extremely intelligent. Extremely intelligent.
Okay.
She's like, what are you doing to
The
me?
next, the next one I love are Manx. Those I love Manx cats. They are so smart.
What are you doing? No, I'm gonna sit down. I just moved you. I'm just gonna sit down while I can.
If I didn't have Malachi, I think I'd like to have a job so I could just buy a Savannah cat. Just, I'd need a job to afford one, but they're so cool. The hybrid Savannahs, they're neat. They're really neat. I like the Bengals just for their patterns.
I do too. They was a pretty good rock band back in the 80s.
Yes. And because they'll play music. I like the
The
Bengals.
Bangles. Oh,
Oh, her daughter wants one for her birthday. How do you do that legally? I don't know if is that kitty cat trafficking if you send them in the mail?
I don't
I don't know.
know.
I watched somebody have a goat delivered to them by airplane.
Wow. I never heard of that.
I say it would
It
be
went
you'd have to have some permits or something. I don't know.
it went from where was it, Arizona,
Mm-hmm.
all the way up to New Hampshire by airplane.
Wow. What do they do? Crate? It has to go in a crate, right? Because it's such a big.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was in a big dog crate.
Oh, it fit in one of them.
It,
Oh,
it,
okay.
it was one of those little, what I
Little one.
consider miniature goats,
Yeah. Yeah.
because I like real goats, the big ones.
Yeah.
It
I
was
like
one
all
of
the
those
little mini.
Nigerian.
Yeah.
Oh, and I was going to tell you, Carol, I saw my moringa trees today.
How are they
They
doing?
have jumped. They have jumped at least 2 feet now.
Yeah, they start once they are that height that you showed them in that one video, they will,
Yeah,
yep,
That's
they've
they'll
gone
awesome.
take
wild.
off. They'll take off. And then what are you going to do? Powder them? Are you going to try
Yeah,
and winter them over? Or are you going to just harvest them like a plant?
I'm gonna have to harvest them because yeah, if they get
Yeah.
as tall as they do, the ceilings at family's house is only so tall.
Yeah.
And if
You
I
can
had a
trim you can
heated,
trim them down and they'll come back. I mean, just like you said, the corn is, the moringa is the same way. You can
uh,
trim it down and winter it over. You can cut that thing down and it'll come back up.
oh really?
Yeah.
I
Yep.
might try that because the plumeria was interesting to overwinter in the house. It looked
Mhm.
like a dead stick in a pot.
Yeah, they do.
No.
During winter, they drop all their leaves and they look like just big sticks sticking out of the. Yeah, exactly.
It green sticks stick up
Mm-hmm.
out of the pot.
Yeah,
Oh, and that one's reblooming.
nice. Yeah, this is the season when they really take off. That's great that it's still going. What color
Yes.
is your plumera?
Um, it's a pinkish kind of fuchsia.
Pretty. Yeah, pretty, pretty. There's so many. I like the ones too that are like pink and then they have like the orange. They just look like a tropical drink. I'd like to
Yeah,
get that one. But it's like, I don't know. It's so hard because I already have one big one and then I have a yellow one I want to plant. to find spots in my yard.
The
But
two
there's
were gave to me from the botanic garden one of the
nice.
days I was there because he didn't want, because they were trying to get him to put it in the compost pile. And he came looking at me. He goes, "You want some plumeria?" I said, "Yes, please."
Yeah, good. I'm glad you got some and they didn't just chuck it all.
Yep.
But down here, it's kind of like that. People do that with their cuttings. They kind of either chuck them or they'll put them in. Like I put them in soil if I have cuttings to give away for giving away if people want them.
Yep.
Yeah, DTG does. Recommends that book about grow a little
Still,
fruit tree. It's actual book on how to keep everything small. Which I want to get that book because that's what I want to do with the mango trees once I get mangoes going.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize you got into a fight.
Oh no.
Who are you fighting? Oh,
No, I heard that. No,
They were fighting
no,
with
I was.
me. That's right. It wasn't me. They were fighting with me. Hey, the victim. Give me smooches.
I wasn't doing
That's
anything
right. It wasn't
wrong.
me, Daddy.
yeah.
I'm not the naughty one. Oh, today I'm so glad I went out to, even though like my garden is done, I'm just so glad I went out to check on things because I had a lizard stuck to. I got those insect balls off of Timu. They're just a sticky ball to hang in the tree, and I hung it in my mulberry. Thank God I went out and I was looking on the sticky ball. There was a green lizard, so I got it off though. I saved it like real carefully, peeled it off because at first I thought it was dead, and then its little eye moved like it saw me, and I'm like, so I'm like, and then I took it inside and I'm like, it did the open mouth thing. I'm like, I'm trying to save you. Don't you dare bite me. Its little leg was like stuck to its side. So was the other one. The only thing I knew to do was do olive oil and then wipe it clean. And sure enough, his little leg came up and he started to like kind of claw my finger like he was ready to go. But his back leg was still stuck. I'm like, you're not going anywhere yet. So yeah, I cleaned him off and then I'm like, let me put you up front so you don't go to that ball again. Because he probably was like, ooh, buffet. Free
Yep.
buffet.
Love you, Q. Have a good night.
Night
Might
Q.
been might have been a baby iguana.
No, it wasn't. It was a knoll. It
I
was a
couldn't
knoll.
have.
Oh, I know their faces. Know the shapes of their heads. I don't know what I would have done if I probably would have left it there if it was a baby iguana, but that's mean. I probably would have ended its life quick. I wouldn't want it to suffer. Yeah, I saw the night anole, a baby night anole, going into my soursop, and I'm like, "You're lucky I don't want to go into that
Oh my
soursop
God.
tree
What?
because it was only this big." But they've got a stripe down their side, and they got the angry kind of eyes.
I think I saw some of those over in the
Yep,
Philippines.
probably. I wouldn't doubt it.
Real long, dark
They can
color.
turn dark. They're green. They're green and yellow, and then they have like dark eyebrows. And then if
Oh,
you
yeah.
startle them, they can go dark. Or if they're territorial, they'll turn themselves dark. But
Oh,
they're mostly tree dwellers because they
okay.
eat birds eggs. And that's why they're a problem here because they're eating our native birds,
Oh,
their eggs. So we take care of them when we see them.
yeah, I get
Yeah.
that.
Pew pew and chop chop, whatever,
Uh-huh.
whichever, because we want our native birds. I'm still waiting for this. I hadn't seen the Cedarbill waxwings at all this cycle of like the whole year. I used to love them coming and they would eat out of our strangler fig, a whole bunch of them.
Had some at my house this spring.
Yeah, they
Had
usually.
also I've had a bunch of birds that usually don't come my way, but
Hmm,
had a whole flock of Baltimore Orioles. They were
that
just swinging and had the best time on the took feeders.
Neat. Yeah, I need to put a feeder out again. It's just hard because of the rats. I had a
Yeah.
nice pole, and I think someone threw it away when we went to Pennsylvania during Irma, along with my steamer. Very random things just disappeared. I had a bowling ball in there for the garden that disappeared. I'm like, I'm noticing some things are missing in this garage. Very random. But yeah, I would put it up on this pole, and usually you could grease the pole and it would keep stuff off of it. But and then we would get Nande conures. The Nande conures would come. We would see like the Quaker parrots would come.
Yeah.
That part was kind of cool to see them. Which I hear them once in a while, but they're kind of far away on the wires. They don't come in the yard for what we have. I guess doesn't interest them, and the strangler figs. I'm gonna probably get going. It's 1:30 here. I just wanted to pop up since
Uh,
Mama Al popped up, and
what kind of before everybody leaves, you ought to give Barry some suggestions what he's going to do for his 24-hour live stream.
oh, I didn't hear that. I came in late. You're gonna do a 24-hour one?
Yeah, next Sunday.
Dancing cat?
He's gonna have to have some ideas.
Well, I mean, well,
Make little outfits for your cats? There you go. He's so cute.
would you like a hat?
He could do crocheting for about 6 hours, maybe. Crochet for.
So cute.
Uh,
We're gonna cross stitch this. Watch me very closely as I cross stitch this.
I want to see him have an encounter with an alien and like it.
I think that's for like
I
only
think that's pay-per-view, Bob.
Yeah, pay-per-view.
There should be have 6 hours of. We have 10 hours of Barry Manilow music.
If you're going to do aliens, just don't cook any spaghetti.
Oh, why?
Spaghetti monster.
No, it's all about that movie Aliens. That messed me up for a while. Couldn't
Oh,
eat
you're talking
spaghetti
about,
for a while. I was a kid. The Alien movie where they're all sitting around the
Eating
table.
spaghetti. Yeah.
Yeah, and the alien busted out of the guy. I'm like, yeah, no, I don't want no spaghetti for a while.
Yeah, the
I'm
suspense,
good.
Oh, so
I was a kid, didn't know.
the suspense in that movie made it scary as hell. Because
Yeah.
you don't see what it is until the very last. When
super
Sigourney Weaver
intense.
is getting inside that spacesuit and you finally see what it is.
That scared me.
Oh my God, that thing's huge. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, that was
It's
something.
nasty. Yeah.
I wonder if Tubi's got that.
Probably Tubi has it.
Yeah.
They have so much. They have like even foreign stuff and indie films, and they got a big catalog.
Yeah, so many. I've watched several times. You know how I like airplanes and World War II and all that. They've got the original movie was named Midway, which starred Charlton Heston and Kirk Douglas.
Yeah.
You know,
They've
got a remake one on Tubi of Midway, and it starts off in Pearl Harbor, then the Battle of the Coral Sea, and then the Doolittle bombing raid when they launched the Air Force launched B-25s off of the carriers and bombed Tokyo for the first time.
Yeah.
And then it went into the Battle of Midway, and man, the computer generation of those airplanes is historically accurate. Same with their uniforms and the ships. It's like beautiful.
Wow.
Gives me wood. You know.
What's the name of that one?
Midway.
Midway.
No, the second one. Is it named Midway too?
Yeah, the remade one is named Midway also. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got you can count the rivets on the aircraft skin, stuff like that when they're
on the
deck of the carriers and stuff like that. Awesome. I mean, I love it because they're showing these dive bombers and torpedo bombers coming right at the Japanese ships, and and the flak bursting and the bullets whizzing by the airplane. It's like, wow, man.
Oh, I bet you that'd be intense watching with surround sound.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really.
Maybe you could do that, like a movie trivia or what's your favorite movie, and
Barry
have
can't do
people
that.
come
It's
up
too dangerous. He can't have
talk
black
about.
bursting around his house.
Hmm?
He can't have Barry can't have black bursting around his house. That's dangerous.
Blackbirds? What do
Like
you
an
say?
air shot.
Wait, take the marbles out of your mouth, Kay.
I said Barry can't have the flag bursting around his house.
The flag bursting?
Flag.
What the hell?
Bob
Flack.
knows what I'm talking about.
Proximity
These
view.
women don't have a clue.
I have no clue. Mama Al might.
Anti-aircraft,
Careful.
anti-aircraft artillery with proximity fuses, so that
Right,
Thank
just
you,
slower.
Bob.
artillery
Let me talk
shell
slower.
explodes when it gets near the airplane.
Okay.
Flak.
See, Bob doesn't show off. He just tells me. He
It's-
knows I don't know.
For the time being, Catlandia is a peaceful nation,
That's
but we may
right.
have to form an army, and that's what the
Yeah.
cats are for.
That's right.
All right, I'm gonna jump off here
Yeah,
because
me
I'm
too.
fighting for my life out here.
Oh no.
So,
Skaters.
Thank you for coming up. I really enjoy having
Oh,
you up here, Mama.
I have
Yeah.
enjoyed myself so much. Hopefully next time, and I might jump in on your 24-hour one. It depends on what's going on in the hospital.
Mm,
Yeah, absolutely. Hey,
Yeah,
family
praying
comes
for you
first,
guys.
honey.
Yeah.
We love
All
you.
right, love you guys. I'll see you later.
All right. Bye,
All
Mama
right,
Al.
take care.
Later,
Bye,
good night.
everybody. Have a good night.
Good night.
Wow.
Oh, well,
Hmm.
one after the next. Yeah, in fact, that Midway movie, I'll probably watch it again tonight while I'm sitting here messing around.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
a
I've seen
good
both of them before.
Man, I just love that stuff. It went show the CGI is so accurate and so much better than it was in the first movie. The original movie really didn't have much of the fight scenes, not so much, but this
No.
movie is absolutely superb. It's
Yeah. Of course, I liked the first one, because it had all the good actors in it, like Charlton Heston and
yeah,
and all them.
yeah, but I like how this movie goes from the first early year of the war, all the way
Right.
from Pearl Harbor to Midway Island and the Coral Sea and the Doolittle bombing raid and all
Mhm.
that. Everything's included in it. It's like, man, that was a good flick. I watch it again. I'll probably watch it again tonight. Why not?
Yeah, thank you, Carol, for coming up. I appreciate seeing
I've
you.
been watching short documentaries on RT about those guys that operate them drones over for Russia and stuff. Russian soldiers. They got guys that were especially trained to operate them drones.
Yeah,
That's some cool crap right there, buddy.
the U.S. Air Force had drones way back in the early '80s, and nobody ever even heard of them. And they're actually a specific type of a pilot. They're not an
Well, that's what they call them.
yeah.
That's what
These
they call them
guys are a
pilots.
drone pilot. Yeah,
They call them. Actually, they're little drones that. Well, I know they got as good a drones as we do, but the ones they were using out on the battlefield was this small, little, teeny tiny.
mm-hmm.
They fold them up,
Now they call them UAV pilots.
Yeah. Well, that's what the Russians are calling these guys. That's their designation, pilots. But it was cool to watch them.
Most of our drones, the pilots are sitting in a cubicle in Indian Springs, Nevada, flying those drones all over the world, hitting selected targets. It's scary stuff, man.
They were right there on the battlefield, right there, the bullets whizzing there. Like The other side was pretty slick. They put them mannequins out there in the field, and when they fly over, they'd be searching. They'd see them mannequins, and they'd have to get right up almost on top of the mannequins before they could actually tell that they were mannequins.
Bless you, Bob.
And they were
Thank you.
throwing them little tricks out there,
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, they'd have to do something. They'd have to change tactics to stay ahead of the enemy.
But it was some slick stuff. Now everybody thinks it's all roses and peaches, but it ain't.
No,
It's
death.
not.
It's death. Mm-hmm.
Thank
It
you.
was like a. But RT, do you get the plain Jane stuff? Of course, I mean it's a little bit of a propaganda too, but you see exactly how it is. Of course, they're going to propagandize some of it, but no more than we do.
Yeah.
At least I don't see nobody else out there. I don't see CNN out there in the thick of it, filming anything.
No, they're only back here to fulfill their communist agenda.
Or cover it over.
Mm-hmm.
You're not getting the full picture of what's going on,
They cover it like a cat covering its. Never mind.
Poop.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. That's what I feel about all that legacy media. That's exactly what it is, a pile of steaming. You know what? Yeah. I'm so glad to be what I am and to look the way I do because I created all of the world's problems. Me, right here, the white male.
Oh, you know it.
I created every problem.
You bastard! I'm telling you.
I know, and I accept it, because I'm just that kind of evil man.
Oh yeah. That's why I have you on my panel.
Yeah.
Evil.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the evil white male.
Evil. It's
Yeah.
very.
I live in the Northwest, and a lot of radicals around here. And the other day I was going through a curbside stuff people put out on the curb to get rid of it, and I found a brand new book in that one of those boxes. It was all about how you are a victim, communism BS. So I took that book home, and it's now made into a whole bunch of fire starters, waxed fire starters for my buddy Dan up on the hill. So a guy in Australia asked me, "Do you see any more books like that?" And this was a brand new book dropped into that roadside stuff. It had never been cracked open. It was a paperback. So a guy in Australia asked me, "Have you seen more books like that around your place?" So I noticed in my area there's these little library boxes on fence posts where you can take a book out and all that.
Yeah.
One of them was normal stuff. Okay. Old books, magazines, normal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I found another one that was filled with all brand new books. All brand new books. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They were all children's books, except for this one. This one right here. I took this because this one's going to be out of the gene pool too. In with the children's books was this book. We Are Totally Normal. Now those are two guys looking at each other. And I thumbed through this book. As you can see, it's brand new. It's never been cracked or anything. These two guys were explaining how men loving each other is, and this is a book about a couple of high school students. This was salted in with the children's books. And it's explaining how it's normal to have sex with other men, or other boys. Yeah. You can guess what's going to happen with this one. You can guess. Run it through the bandsaw, cut the back of it off, and use the pages for wax fire starters or compost. It's when I get done with this thing is out of the gene pool. But the thing
Yeah.
that disturbs me is how this was tucked in with children's books.
Good.
Yeah.
Dang on camera.
Grooming. That's
Well,
grooming.
when you have transvestites teaching
Mhm.
your
Yep.
children who are too young to be worrying about sexual orientation,
Yeah. Same.
and that's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't want to go too far with that, but yeah,
And that's why you as a parent always check those books. The little
But-
places like it has those books, look through them before you give them to you.
This book and the communist book that I took out of the gene pool, brand new. They were brand new inside of a curbside box of junk people wanted to get rid of. Somebody dropped it in there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a matter of time before that started happening.
it might be a good thing that they didn't actually crack it open, you know.
But somebody out there has got enough money to buy how many brand new books of propaganda? Verna.
Mhm.
Hey, hello, Guapa. Hello.
She's becoming a usual here. I kind of
Right
like
on.
it.
I know. I like Verna. She's awesome.
I do too. I try to watch her lives as much as possible.
I can't
You know
take my eyes off of her.
I
She's
like
good.
those little. I think it's a pretty good idea. Them little things that's got the books in it that you can take one out and put one back in. But they are abused, like you said right there. They can be abused,
Yep.
just like anything
I'm,
else.
I'm going to be going around my area looking for more of those soon. I got my car needs some repairs, and as soon as I get that done, that's going to be one of the things on my agenda. You can probably see some video. I'll probably post videos about it. I don't know if they'll ban my channel or not.
Being that you said that, I'm gonna start. I know where a couple of those boxes are like that. I may have to start paying more attention to them.
Take a look.
I usually look through them, just glance at them, and I usually see some Reader's Digest.
Yeah.
Nothing I was interested in, and usually I don't even, But now I'm gonna pay more attention. I'm gonna pay more attention to it.
Verna, are you coming up on the panel? United States needs a little dose of Miss Verna Cordon.
Oh Lord, I don't know if my heart can handle it.
She
She's a beautiful woman from the Philippines. Lord,
is beautiful. She is beautiful.
Now, the lake is actually right above your thank you, Poe. So I'll be right back. I'm going to get some more water. But you're more than welcome to come up, Verna. It will be nice, I swear.
Yeah.
I'll tell these men, be nice now.
I'm kind of safe because she already knows I'm married, so there's nothing going to happen.
Bubba, I know you like books pretty good. You ever read any Lewis Lamore book?
Oh, a long time ago I did.
He got one I got through reading it here the other day. It's called The Haunted Mesa. That is a really good book. You start on that book. It's not a western. It's a sci-fi-ish type.
Uh-huh.
But you would if you can find it, that'd be a good read for you.
Which one of you flatfoots took my spoon?
Not me.
I
think one of your cats made off with it, Barry.
Probably. My God. What? No, this is this is my spoon, Socks. No. What?
Let's see. This one right here, Bob.
Mhm.
There's the what you can say it, the haunted
Okay.
mesa.
Yep.
That's
Okay.
it's a really good book. If you can find it, it's you can't hardly put it down
Mhm.
once you start it.
Heck, it's probably on Amazon, I'll bet.
Yeah, yeah, probably is. I
Let
bought
me
that
see.
at a Goodwill. Believe it or not, I bought it at Goodwill thrift store.
Louis L'Amour Haunted Mesa is on Amazon. Let's see how much they want for it. $6.99. Yeah.
It's a good book. I recommend it for anybody. It's I won't spoil it, but it's pretty interesting. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Talked about the Anasazi over in Anasazi. Yeah,
Oh, over there in Arizona or
yeah.
where they live.
It's related to them. It's got where they disappeared to. Where they said that they vanished and nobody knows where they went to,
Yeah.
and it's got something to do with that and parallel dimensions, stuff like that. It's pretty interesting.
I saw a really good YouTube. I can't remember the guy's name, but he got in tight with the Navajo tribe down there in Southwest. Okay,
Hey,
Hmm.
Gear.
and this Navajo fella took him. This one of the bands of the Navajos. I don't remember which one.
Yeah.
Took him on the reservation, and they went deep inside the reservation. And the guy the Indian he was with and his brother took him up to this this high rock, and the Indians won't go in this cave. They said it's haunted. It's that got bad spirits. Don't go in there for any reason. Do not go inside. And they were finding shattered pottery on the outside of that cave. And the one of the Navajos said, it's not our pottery, and it's not the other tribe's pottery. That's from the Anasazis. That stuff's ancient." And
Mhm.
the Navajos will not go in that cave. They'll go near the entrance, but they won't get, because they say if you go in there, there's going to be spirits that'll attach to you, and you're going to
This
be possessed. You're
this
going
kind
to
of
turn
goes this
evil.
kind of goes into parallel dimensions and that sort of thing.
Mhm.
You just have to read it. It's very interesting. It's entertaining.
Oh, Verna's talking to her niece on the phone. Oh, bummer. Yeah, Verna, you still there? My wife made some pork belly today. Man, that stuff's good. She made sausage and pork belly.
I and I'm an old hillbilly, but I have never ate any pork belly
Oh, wow.
that I can remember now. I may
It's
have when I was a kid, but
yeah. Filipinos love it. It's real fatty,
hmm
and they just grill it. And my
hmm
wife put some seasoning on it and grilled it up. It's like all fat, really. To me, it's all fat, but it's got a hell of a flavor, man. Oh Lord.
they wouldn't do for me to eat something like that now anyway. But, my cholesterol is pretty good right now, so I need to try to keep it down.
Yeah, I hear that. Mm.
It would probably be something you could eat I, every once in a while, But I
Oh,
had a cousin that had a stent put in. He'd already had open heart surgery, but he had an episode and he had to go in the hospital and have a stent put in. I come to find out that sucker had been eating 5 packs of bacon a week.
oh wow.
Well, no wonder he's got stopped up arteries.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Shoo wee. I love bacon too, but not like that.
Yeah, Verna, we had I can't remember how you Filipinos say sausage. It's we had sausage and pork belly for dinner tonight. Oh,
It's a calzone.
let me look at my video. My
Actually,
wife told me
I watched that video actually, Bob.
yeah, that one. Uh, it's actually a Spanish word. Um, let's see. Remember what she called it? Or what do they call it? My wife will say the word for it if you're.
Would that be in Tagalog or
Yeah, kind of, but it's actually a Spanish word.
Longaniza? Longaniza.
What? Kalankalina?
Um,
No, Kalankalina. That's like chitlins. That's different than sausage.
yeah, okay. I'm not putting the accent in the right spot, so keep
Well,
going.
it's hard to say because my wife speaks Bisaya all the time, not
Oh
Tagalog.
yeah, okay.
It's like we're I don't know.
I'm
I'm
learning a
just
little, but it's
like
like uh, off and on. I've been trying to learn the old Irish uh, language, and it's really hard. You would think it'd be easy because like French, a lot of people say French is hard to learn, but
chorizo.
really a lot of words in French are an exploded version of English. But like if I was to say international, you know exactly what I'm saying. International, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
Of course, their vowels and everything a little bit different in French.
English came from French and from uh, Scandinavian language, like the Normandy. Those were the Scandinavians that settled in part of France, and the Norman invasion, plus a bunch of Danes and all that, combined to make English. English it's a complicated language because it's a mixture of so many different languages. But if you say cul-de-sac, if you say cigarette, Chevrolet, bureau, it's all French.
And and words
Unless you
like
go, unless you go to England.
That's right, it's Tennessee, Anglo-Saxons. Yep.
and like the word cachet, or some people say cash, which
Yeah.
is it's spelled CACHE. The French way of saying it, if I'm not mistaken, is cachet,
Hmm.
but
Yeah.
because there's the accent mark towards the E, so it would have an A sound to it rather than an E. So cachet, but in America, it's most commonly said cash, which could be confused with cash, as in money in your pocket.
Hmm. There was so many different little empires invaded and occupied England. My God, man. After the Romans left, there was a power vacuum, and all the rest of Europe tried to go in there and conquer the place. Some of them managed, and
Yeah,
some of them just stayed. You know.
they got so many different names for different things over in England.
Mhm.
That, I was reading up on that. I said, my God, how
Yeah.
can you even talk? Well, it's just like it is over here. It's so many different languages here anymore. The Irish people have a different language than the UK on most things.
So do the Welsh and the Scots.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have their
Old,
own language.
the old Gaelic Irish is what I was trying to learn, which I've picked up on some of it, but it's very,
The
it's a challenge.
what that reminds me of, that old Irish, is like almost like the southern drawl that we have here in this country. It's sort of like that, and you got to be around it a lot to even catch on to it. But
Yeah, as I understand, places like West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee are a lot of the early Europeans there are Scots Irish because they didn't like the English, and the English occupied the lower lands, and the Scots Irish wanted to move up into the mountains and get away from the English. They
well,
hated them.
my great grandmother and grandfather one was Irish and one was from England.
Mhm.
And that's where I think the grandmother was from Ireland, or no, she was from England, and the grandfather was from Ireland, and they settled in West Virginia. I mean, in Virginia, and moved into Kentucky. Because I had it all traced back. They were He dealt in some questionable businesses. Well, now it would be frowned upon, but back then it was common, but which I won't go into.
Yeah.
You pretty much know it's what the Civil
Hmm.
War was supposed to have been fought for against. Put it that
All
way.
right. Looks like Verna might be taking off on us.
But yeah, that's where all the different languages come in at. It's
Verna, take care of yourself and the family and stay blessed.
Paalam guapa.
I wonder where the Buckeye language comes from. Northern Swedish, Canadian, early Michigan. I'm trying to get a response from Barry. He's not.
What was that? I was in the kitchen.
Oh, never mind now.
Okay. Well,
I,
that's what I get for being one room away.
I said, well, I'll repeat vaguely what I said. I wonder where the Buckeye language comes from. Is it Northern Canadian / Slavic, or what?
I think it comes from the bowels of hell.
Oh. Oh, God. We all come from somewhere, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Well, I mean, I'm Scotch Irish and a little bit of Poland in there somewhere.
And I got a little tinge of Native American blood in me too, because my great grandmother was a Cherokee.
Yeah, my grandfather was a Seminole from Florida, Indian.
Solid black hair. That's where all the girls in our family, most of them were this solid black hair. My daughter solid black hair. Is it? I think I can't remember the name of the song, but it went like "We all come from somewhere, or somebody, or something like that." Who the hell was that? On my radio.
Well, fellas, I'm going to bounce off and
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think I'm going to
wrap.
bring it to an end.
I'm not going to be too far behind you.
Mhm. All right. Peace, guys. God bless to y'all.
All right,
All right,
Bob. Be
Bob. You
careful
and
now.
Mrs. Have a great night over there. Great day tomorrow.
All right.
Much
Thank you. You
love.
too.
Yeah, I'm really cold tonight too. I was getting ready to get off here a little bit anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to call it a night and thank everybody for coming in. Uh, I'm probably going to put out a few more garden videos, or at least one more, and might do some radio videos so we can, if I can slip something in there. I still have a whole lot of other stuff to do around the house that is taking up more of that time than anything, and I really need to get that done. But
Well, oh, okay, Barry. I'm gonna hop off here and let you go then.
all right, man, I appreciate you. Well,
Nah,
have
no
a good
problem.
night over there.
We'll see.
All right, well, we'll we'll call it tonight, and next Sunday I'll do a 24-hour. I might be glutton for punishment on that too, but we'll see how it pans out. And then I want to try to at least do daytime lives, and along with the Sunday night at 11. So I'll probably announce that time for the daytime lives. We'll probably try to be one every day of the week, and then leave Saturday as a break to take a break, and then I'll do the Sunday nights at 11 slot. So and I I don't mind staying up until 2 in the morning, but sometimes it's just you know normal start time bushcrafter, just Sunday at 11 p.m. Eastern. But I think the daytime lives will probably be right around like 1, so 1 p.m. Eastern time, and hopefully I don't step on any toes. But I thought it would be nice to at least have something going on in the daytime, and I'm trying to get some hours going, uh, watch hours and whatnot. So once again, go to if you haven't already seen the video, go to Homestead Aquarius' channel and watch his latest video. It's to help out always gardening and prepping with her and Junior, and it'd be great if you can share that video out as well. That would be great. Let's see. I think I have that link here. Yep. So throw that down in there. Well, I think most of you have probably seen it already, but wouldn't hurt to throw it back out there again. Yeah, that's a good point, Bushcrafter. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure part of that night's going to be, just I'm sure quite a few people will drop off because I know, hey, people have things they have to do in the daytime. But I'm trying to work out. I think, because it's kind of I feel like 11 p.m. is kind of like the start of live on Sundays. And but as far as an overnight 24-hour whatever thing, it's I'm not going to do that very often, but I think this, just I got a wild hair up the butt. I thought I would go ahead and do that just for the heck of it, see if I can pull it off. I'm sure I can, but yeah, I'm still toying around with it. I want to at least get some daytime lives in there. And let's face it, there's a lot of people on in daytime, and some of us YouTubers keep some really weird hours. But we'll see how it works out. And of course, I'll keep everybody posted on the community page on my YouTube channel. So there is that. But I appreciate everybody coming in, and everybody was up on the panel tonight. Everyone in chat. I'm going to call it a night. Verna, I hope you have a great day over there. I hope the family's doing well, and I really appreciate you coming and being with us tonight on Sunday Night Live, which now it's Monday here. Everybody have a great night out there. Stay safe. Much love from Kentucky. We'll see you.